What's up, you guys? It's a Squad family, and we're back at it again with another video.
Saw, dude.
So I'm Tyler,
And I'm Joe.
and we're back at it again with another
Oh,
video.
let's go.
Bro,
On the
SS
freaking gang, yo.
It's been too long.
This shouldn't work.
Like, we have missed you guys, and like the regular basis interaction with our fans that we always try to have. We have really been missing out on that. Anyway, we have this video that our team put together that we're gonna basically do a reaction video. And so this is gonna be like our live, like this video is live. So be sure to click the like button down below because we're doing our live reactions to this right now in your viewing. And so, yeah, like I said, just be sure to comment down below. Or I guess I said earlier to like the video. And so if you could also subscribe.
Like if you could.
I mean, it would really help us.
I mean, we do this for you guys. We do so much for you guys anyway. You might as well, like, if you could, but like, yeah.
And the thing, you could really push us into another audience. Like if you just like the video, like the algorithm, like, yeah. Like what? And so, guys, like we have this apparently like very juicy celeb drama. Wow. Drama alert nation.
What is up, you guys?
Drama alert nation, stand up because we are here for it. And it is going to happen right now. Joe is shotgunning a beer live on
Whoa,
stream.
you guys, alcohol? I'm an alcoholic, confirmed.
Are we gonna get perma-banned for that? Or
I
is
think
that
we already did. Crap.
Bro,
Restart
I've never heard of
video,
anything
guys.
so pogging.
Whoa.
Okay, well, so Joe, I have to ask, this drama that's been going on the internet, you know, Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, aka Selgo, and Hailey Bieber. Have you interacted with anything on the internet? Have you heard about this at all?
You know, I honestly don't know a lot about it. I don't really know what's up.
Yeah. Well, so for me, I'm pretty much in the same boat. So I guess this video that our team put together, you know, big YouTube money. We've got this whole
on
team
the freaking gang,
like,
making
content for us to react to. Like,
bro, so much like big YouTube money. Like I get that bag. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, like I would hold up my wallet, but Apple Wallet. So.
Oh, lit.
Wow.
Shout out to Apple users.
Such big YouTube money.
Follow us on Patreon. That's like all I gotta say.
Yeah, link down below in the description box. You know, in the link below the player. So guys, we're gonna actually start sharing the screen. So let me figure out how to do that. Let's see.
I've never used this program before, so you'll have to figure it out.
Yes. Okay, I'm sharing the screen, and so you're seeing.
There's your boy. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, you've got us here, and then you've got this video that we're going to be doing reaction content live for you right now. As you can see, this little red light is indicating that we are actually live here with you guys. And so,
bro, just like epic, like vlogs cast, like live in this video.
That's right. And that's the thing. We're really on the cutting edge of content because nobody has ever done this sort of thing that we're doing now,
bro,
ever before.
That's woke.
I mean, our team really has been helping us with content because me and Joe, we're just so ambitious. We have such like big, grand, sweeping ideas that sometimes it's difficult for us to even like bring it all together, especially anymore. Like now that we're years into our YouTube careers, you know, the ideas that we have, they're just so big and grandiose and just like all encompassing that sometimes it's difficult for us just by ourselves to accomplish those things, you know, just two minds. And so we have this whole team now.
I mean, guys, the grand scheme of this is enough for you guys to like the video. Like, if you haven't liked it yet, like, what are you doing? Just like it up. Just like as many likes as you can, you guys.
I mean, I think it probably goes without saying that they liked the video the moment they clicked it.
Absolutely.
But just in case, like, just in case you went to this video but you don't have hands, or let's say you're like watching this on a television screen and you're not signed into your YouTube account. What I would ask you to do is watch through this whole video once and then get out of the video, sign into your YouTube account, and then click on this video again and hit that like button. And if you don't have hands, hopefully you have someone who can help you hit that like button, because me and Joe both know you want to. And so all disabilities aside, like, let's just put our differences aside.
No excuses. Just all come together and
yes, let's all come together
like
for
come
this,
alongside us in this season. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. This super hype celeb drama. Let's all just come together for that. We're all here for it. So like,
I'm here for that.
So like, yeah, I'm gonna make it full screen right now. So here we go. Look at these. Look at these.
Bro,
well, I tried.
I don't know who this Tune Fever TV guy is, the uploader, but he sounds pretty lit.
Bro, I would subscribe.
I'll subscribe to him
if I was someone who that made sense to do, to subscribe to. But here we have some young, fresh faces. Do you remember when these two used to be kind of like just the hottest couple?
Oh yes, I was in 8th grade.
Yes, I mean, I remember watching on the Disney Channel, Selena Gomez was on there, and I was like, you know, Selena Gomez is pretty cool. I hope that one day she really makes like a life for herself outside of Disney, like Jake Paul, because and Logan Paul as well, because, you know, they got their start in Disney, and some of them they kind of like flop. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard of Demi Lovato, if you remember her.
Hard
flip. And so
not lit,
not very lit,
not good.
Nah. But you know, I was really hoping for Selena Gomez. Like, this is a young woman, you know, she's talented, and she has beauty and grace and fashion on the show Wizards of Waverly Place, which is kind of a controversial show if you think about it for the time, because a lot of shows on Disney Channel weren't like about wizardry or those sorts of
witchcraft, like the dark arts,
like actual black magic, like people could get hung from trees for doing that, or like burned at the stake. But this was really controversial at the time, because on Disney Channel they had the first known television show starring child actors that was actually about such like a dark and intense topic. And I believe they ran it was like a family business in the show. They actually ran a pizza restaurant as well, and so I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, so and then we have Justin Bieber here. Joe, what are your thoughts on Justin Bieber's kind of overall music career?
Well, his music definitely, you know, stands out to me through the years. Especially you look back at it now, we have hindsight, you know, we can look back on
2020.
Whoa, you guys.
We have hindsight because it was 2020, the COVID year.
Bro, yeah.
Crazy.
But also, like, you know, you look back as you know, because at the time it was like in this, like, you know, late 2000s, early 2010s, was like, you know, he is, you know, like we keep talking about, the cutting edge of, you know, music and music proficiency. But now, like, you even get to look back and see like all he's done over all these years, and like, you know, you can look at a song like Baby, but then a song like Yummy, which is like one of the best songs, and is definitely like not worth skipping at all. It's like really great. And how it's like you see even in his later years, he's still pushing boundaries and creating new, just high levels of art that I don't think I've ever seen in, I would even dare say, even any other artist. He is very influential to a lot of people like me.
See, the influential, that's what I wanted to touch on, because, you know, the common narrative is that it was actually Usher who discovered Justin Bieber, this young and up and coming child prodigy, just absolute genius at his craft and music. And it was actually Usher who discovered him. That's the common narrative. But actually, it was the case that Usher was so inspired by Justin Bieber's music that he kind of shaped the narrative, because he was already wealthy and powerful, to make it seem like that, when the actual case, and this is not a conspiracy theory, this is not clickbait.
This is a fact. Okay? This is factual, you guys.
Yeah, so everyone click the like button down below for this juicy celeb gossip that's about to come out of my mouth. Okay? Usher was so inspired by Justin Bieber that he felt intimidated and had to change the narrative as though Usher was the one who discovered him, when in fact it was actually Justin Bieber who put Usher on
the map, you guys.
Think about all of those Usher songs that we know and love. Yeah. And there are others too. And I watch them on YouTube, and I added them to my playlist because they're just such excellent songs. And the thing about Justin Bieber too is it wasn't just Usher that was influenced by him. Justin Bieber, basically every art, like Joe, name like 3 artists.
Justin Bieber, Usher, and Selena Gomez. She's an artist too. She's made some songs.
And the thing is, like, all of these artists, well, Justin Bieber, of course, you know, is Justin Bieber, but all of these artists literally worship the ground that Justin Bieber like walks on, because this guy is so influential in the music industry. Like, where would we be at in music today if it was not for Justin Bieber? Like,
amen.
His music enriches our lives. Like, you think about the great musical acts of all of history. Like, you go all the way back to like dudes playing the lute. Like, who even remembers their names? Like, I can't name one medieval lute player. But like Justin Bieber, who doesn't know his name? He is a literal household name. Even if you don't have a household, even if you're homeless, you still know the name of Justin Bieber. So it's like he defies even the concept of a household name. It's unbelievable, this guy. And so now that we've done sort of an intro to the intro of this content that I guess we're going to be reacting to, maybe we should watch some of it. So I'm going to go ahead and click play if that's all right with you, Joe.
Yeah, if you could.
If I could, okay.
Bieber and Selena Gomez were somewhat of the biggest hit couple in Hollywood from around.
And see, that's something right there. The Thrasher hoodie. How many people have you seen wearing a Thrasher hoodie? And it's all because of Justin Bieber's clout. Like, clout game.
Mad clout on the gang.
Like, you can see how
Fleek.
Bro, Justin Bieber invented Fleek.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. That's just true. And
that's the thing. And the thing, you can see how good Justin Bieber's style is. And like, you can obviously see that Selena Gomez has a notebook in her hand. That's because she needs to take notes on Justin Bieber's style. And you think about like Selena's red carpet looks on into the future. Like, her style was incredible and admired by paparazzis all over the world. Any red carpet she was on, any appearances that she made, her style was incredible. She clearly took notes from Justin Bieber. Like bruh. Bro, but so like low key now the Thrasher hoodie's like kind of played out, but like at the time, revolutionary. Like, who's ever even heard of Thrasher? Like, no one. Like, that's why you're not saying anything, because nobody's even heard of Thrasher ever in their entire lives, not even a single person. And like I grew up skateboarding and I've never heard of Thrasher. So there you go. You know, Tony Hawk, favorite skateboarder. And also Justin Bieber is another one of my favorite skateboarders. And it looks like he may have blown his nose and put it in his hoodie pocket. And all I have to say about that is slat, bro. I don't understand that hip hop slang. I just hear it in songs. Songs which are influenced by Justin Bieber's sound, by the way. Of course.
I mean, can you name a single song or artist that isn't influenced by Justin Bieber? Like, I can't think of one.
Right. Like, the only ones that like come to mind are people that like were like existing before him. But even like, I'm not even so sure that they weren't influenced by Justin Bieber, just because of how like the common narrative has been shaped to make it seem like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And makes so sense. Even that stuff, like even the ones who came before Justin Bieber, I don't even know if I believe truly. All right. Well, okay, I guess let's go ahead and play the video and see these two celebs enjoying themselves here in this video.
2010 to 2008. They were very much on again, off again, and despite referring to each other prior to this relationship as, quote, more like siblings than lovebirds.
I don't know how you have time to date Justin Bieber.
Oh, I love Ellen. She's so lit.
Which she played Dory in Finding Nemo, and the kind of like an under-discussed topic would have to be the relationship between Marlon and Dory. Like if Ellen DeGeneres likes women, then like, Marlon, what are you doing in this? Like, what was he doing in that? Yeah. Did Marlon force himself onto her and then she just had to like you know, maybe she couldn't stand up for herself because maybe it was the anemone because it sends that electrical shock wave through a person's body. Maybe he kept her imprisoned in the anemone.
Like conversion therapy.
Exactly. And that really could be because sometimes they'll use electrical shock to convert people who are not straight into being straight, like Marlon, which we know that Marlon's straight. There's actually evidence in the film. If you go back and watch those, Finding Nemo is about Marlon's son. And how do you have a son unless, you know, you copulate in a straight
You know what
way?
they did.
Yeah, you know, this missing mother figure, you know, and obviously Dory kind of filled the void for Marlon, but maybe in like kind of a sick, twisted way. And so I've always personally felt really bad for Ellen DeGeneres, just to have to go through that sort of traumatic event. And then here she is talking to Selena Gomez, a young lady who we'll find out later, like in her life went through some very real trauma because she's not actually with Justin Bieber anymore. And so it's really interesting to
Press
hear
F to pay respects. That's all I gotta say.
So it's really interesting to hear this dialogue between the two of these celebs, you know, just kind of discussing like what's going on in their lives at this time. It's like really a interesting time capsule of how that was at the time. And you know, so here we go. Let's just play the video.
Whoa, you guys, it's them on the screen.
He's into cougars.
Hey.
Their relationship quickly became something that the internet and fans were obsessed with. This happens all the time. Fans and followers tend to ship famous couples and can oftentimes find it hard to ever let go of these relationships.
Joe, have you ever like kind of felt attached to a certain celebrity couple, or is it just me?
I mean, I would say those people were watching this video right here, the stock footage of people standing up on the computer, that was me. Like, this is me when I heard about Justin and Selena dating. I was just like, but like slow motion, like actually, and just like jumping up and really excited with my friends, except I don't have friends. It was just me. So like, yeah.
Man, I cannot agree more. Like, I agree to the maximal extent. Like, I live vicariously through these celeb couples, and I mean, don't we all? You know, if you clicked on this video, it's clear that you are here for it because you love celeb drama. And if you love celeb drama, be sure to subscribe for more celeb drama.
We got
content.
the hottest celeb. We're basically like TMZ and BuzzFeed, but like even more, like just the hottest, most like juiciest, like most insane, just like, you know, and we'll be like here for it, like you could turn on like, you know, CNN or Fox News or whatever, but like they'll, you know, they're not going to be as quick to like have the news when it happens, right when it happens. Like, we're on it. We got reporters like on the scene. We got helicopters flying around, and you know, like we do all this for you guys.
And that's the other thing is like they're too busy talking about Nashville to really focus on this topic.
Yeah, like who cares about, you know, today's shooting? Like, you know, we can just, we have all this. This is like way more important, I would say.
Right, like they kind of like are really important, but like, you know, what do the people really want to hear? You know, just like the general populace. Like,
yeah,
like I mean,
fake news.
Like, I don't want to speak for anybody, but I think most people don't like sad news. I think most people are more interested in these sort of like juicy gossip. Like, when you just take a look at the population of the world, like what's really getting the clicks? It's not sad news. Truly, it's not. Like go back and do the research. Like, just look at the numbers. Like they speak for themselves. Like, what the people want to see is what we have to offer. So be sure to subscribe.
Like the numbers, you guys.
And if you haven't hit the notification bell, it's right, like sort of at the same time as you click subscribe. Just go ahead and do that if you could. And so, yeah, here we go.
See it all the time. People form these parasocial relationships with celebrities that they love and kind of almost feel like they are part of the relationships themselves. During the splits of Justin and Selena Gomez's relationship, before fully splitting in 2018, Justin saw other people. One of these people was Hailey Baldwin, who, yes, he would later go on to marry. It wasn't just Justin who's...
Dude, look how shocked Selena is by all this information. That
was a lot of information. I'm not surprised that she's so blown away by all this.
Like, that's the thing. It's like, you hear that Justin Bieber was seeing other people, like this look on her face, like it's so obvious that like she would be shocked. And like, So like, I just thought like this reaction is so appropriate because like we all feel for Selgo. Like this is really intense stuff. Like we don't even know, like up to this point, you know, whenever you go back in the history, we don't even know up to this point who necessarily Justin Bieber was seeing. We just know that he was seeing other people. You know, of course, there are rumors and speculations which have been speculated upon, but you know, nobody really knows. The only thing that we really know is sort of how the story ended, of course, because Justin Bieber got married to one of these women. And you know, I don't know very much of the story, but of course I'm aware that he married Hailey Baldwin, whose new last name is Bieber, by virtue of them being married. You know, it's just kind of sort of the tradition of how things go, as it were. And so, yeah, I just wanted to stop it there because I mean, I really feel for Selena here. You know, she's really going through a lot, and you can just see the look on her face, just how like shocked she actually is. And so, you know, here we go. Like one more, I can only imagine how much this like shook her up inside, like, you know, mentally, emotionally, like
shook.
She really like needed Justin Bieber to be
shooketh, you guys.
That's the thing. She really needed Justin Bieber to be there for her during this time, like, but he was not here for it. And so at this time, I can only imagine that Selena would need someone to come alongside her in this season. And so let's go ahead and just keep going with the video here.
This is intense, you guys.
Selena also had a short-term fling with The Weeknd.
So wait, you're telling me that at such a vulnerable time in Selena Gomez's life, she went and had a fling with the guy who went on to worship the devil during the actual Super Bowl performance? Like, I don't know if you remember how controversial the Weeknd Super Bowl performance was, but like there was blood and like bright red flashing lights and like several
red,
like very, yeah, like glowing red and like intense scenes. And there was like a massive public outcry of like outrage. And like here she is in like her most vulnerable state. And then you have Selena Gomez being with the Weeknd at this time. He is literally a rebound, but that's exactly the opposite of what she needed at the time. I mean, literally, like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, even, because he worshipped Satan in the Super Bowl performance. Like, Selena, what are you doing in this? Like, you really need someone to besides the Weeknd. Like, this is like, I can't even believe what I'm hearing right now. I'm totally shocked by this news. What do you think?
Well, and it kind of makes sense because you think of, we mentioned the start of her career with Wizards of Waverly Place, another very controversial television show about like witchcraft, and you talk about the Weeknd being, you know, of a satanic devil worshiping nature. You know, you think these two together, it almost sounds like she'd want someone who is more of her kind, like someone she'd want to draw to, a fellow devil worshiper, as it were. But like, you know, which makes sense, but at the same time, you know, you're right. You know, it's a rebound. It's something that I'm not here for, because like, you know, that's the same as what you said. It's not what she needed in this particular season, like in the midst of her walk of being alone. And like I don't even know, guys, but like this is like really intense stuff. If you guys are scared, just like make sure to drop a comment down below telling us how, like how lit like you think everything is, because it's just like it's like I don't even know if I can keep going. Like this is just really, but like we're stupid. So like we're gonna keep going with this anyway, you guys. Because like, but like I don't like. Do you think we should even upload this? Like I don't even know. I don't even know, you guys.
At this point, it's starting to get so interesting. Like perhaps not, but like also I think if we really needed to, I think like our next upload could be like us having a live therapy session with our viewers who may have felt like.
I mean, we might have to, yeah. Like just like you guys, this video is sponsored by BetterHelp, which is like a free therapy, and it's like definitely not a scam. So like just hit the link in the description for it.
That's right. BetterHelp. There will be a link down below in the description, as Joe said. And I'm serious. Like we really care about mental health, and we really like we do this for you guys. And so please click that link if any of this is a little too disturbing for you. You know, maybe we should have age restricted this video before we uploaded it. But that's, you know, like we're not going to do that. Like we need to put out the content for you guys. Like we're not into censorship or anything. And so we're just going to give you guys the content and let you guys kind of like decide for yourselves, like use your own judgment and discernment about whether or not this content is safe for you or your children if you have children in the room. Like, hello kids, hello fellow
How do you do,
kids.
fellow kids?
Right. And so, just use your own discretion. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and proceed actually with this video.
Hold on. I think
Oh.
YouTube's actually trying to restrict us or not letting us continue with their content. There's a little timer here that says we only have 7 minutes left. So you guys we better get through this really fast, you guys.
That's right. Okay, so let's go ahead and play the video, and we might have to do a whole new live stream after this 7 minutes that we have. And so here we go.
But anyway, even though Selena and Justin were spotted biking together in LA during 2017, they were officially broken up in May 2018, and then Justin was engaged to be married to Hailey by July 2018. Again.
Wait, did I hear that correct? They split in May and he was engaged in July. What do you think that means?
Man, I don't even know. I can't even begin to discuss how freaking insane all this is. Because most of the time, people date for at least 3 months. But the fact that they were already engaged after 2 months or however, or I think that's what, I don't actually know how to count, or I don't know how time works, but that's what it kind of sounded like. And she said it was the same.
It makes you
the same
think,
year, right?
Yeah, the same year is from May to July, and it makes you think that something had been going on prior to that. Then
right.
It really makes you wonder, Justin Bieber's character, is he really the man that all of us know him to be? And at this point in his life, he's a child star, and whenever you look at just history going back for centuries, child stars generally don't make it out too well. They get into drugs, hard drugs, and then their life just falls apart, and then they die at age 27. I don't know how old Justin Bieber is right now, but if he's 27 or older and he's still alive, big ups, fam. Way to go, bro. Just keep on pushing through this, because being a child star, we have to feel sorry for you, Justin, because that I can't even imagine how difficult that must be for you to have that much money coming in at that rate. And what are you gonna do? You're robbed of childhood.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for you that you had to do this and had to go through this trauma, and it's just unbelievable. And so I can't imagine the turbulence in Justin Bieber's life, and then to leave Selena Gomez in May, and then to go for this girl Hailey Baldwin and engage to her in July. This is a pretty quick turnaround. Why the change of heart so quickly? Was it because he realized that Selena Gomez was low-key a devil worshiper? I don't know. And so it really makes you wonder.
That's an option. Yeah,
it is an option, and I hadn't considered that prior to now. And so I was, you think about Justin Bieber, now he's the most upstanding Christian guy.
Big ups, fam.
Perfect example of faith. Everyone look up to him right now. Justin Bieber is the model of faith in the Christian religion. We have Jesus and
emojis.
Of course Justin Bieber below that, and very involved with his faith, and serving and doing ministry the way that we should. And so it makes you think maybe he had this turnaround where he realizes, Selena Gomez, devil worshiper, me, Christian, and
that shouldn't work.
And, there was already some culture shock about Justin Bieber dating an American, because of course he's from Canada. And then you think about the culture shock of being a Christian and then realizing that you're dating a devil worshiper, all that at once. They were seen riding bikes earlier, but what if Selena was just taking him to some secret seance location, and then whenever he realized what was going on, just before the seance, he dippied right out of there. We don't know. Justin Bieber's private life, as interested as we are in that, we can't know everything. And so I just found that really really interesting. And
Yeah, I mean that definitely encouraged me. I mean, you talk about when you talk about his faith and being a man of God and like making these, you know, Christian songs like the song Yummy. That's a very worshipful, very praiseful song that stands out to me. Like, I mean, we sing that in church like Sunday, like all the time. It's really nice and special. And then something else I was gonna say about faith that oh yeah, his cover of Reckless Love on Instagram that one time, that was just so special. And that is exactly what I needed in my season during that time. And I heard him singing that and I was like, just blessings.
That's exactly right. And then here you, of course, you have Hailey Baldwin studying her Bible. And I just thought like this is such a profound image to show at a point like this, because like here you have
turn to.
Yeah, you know, here you have Hailey Baldwin actually coming alongside Justin Bieber in his walk. And like and now like
physically
them together, like two Christians, like in this season of pruning, even when they don't feel worthy, like here we are, and they're both studying the word of God. Like she has her coffee. No, that's a tea, actually. You can see the tea bag is inside the cup.
Spill that tea.
And so that's exactly what we're doing. How on brand. And so, all right. So we're gonna keep going with the video. Here we go.
There is a lot of back and forth, and of course, a lot of the information that none of us will ever know because it happened behind closed doors. But this is about the most accurate timeline that we can get with the sources available.
She is spiritual.
Selena in May and then engaged in July.
Spill the tea.
Of course, kind of set Hailey up for failure with the Believers and the Selena stands.
Bro, shout out to Minecraft.
Yes.
As you know, to mention real quick before we continue, there is a rumor, guys. This is totally alleged and literally not backed up by anything other than theory, but there is a rumor that Justin had to marry in order to stay in the United States. The theory is basically that he's gotten in trouble with the law in the past, and in order to maintain his residence or whatever in America, he needed to get married and stay married for 5 years. So, says the theory, here enters a quick engagement and marriage to Hailey Baldwin. Whether this is true or not, I literally could not.
Bro, I cannot believe that we just heard from a verified source that Justin Bieber literally only married Hailey Baldwin just to stay in the country. Like that's literally so crazy, because like whenever you think about like the history of that, like Justin Bieber was like filming like his music videos and like doing tours in America, and like where was he meeting up with Selena Gomez? Here in America. But the thing is that Selena Gomez, you know, is obviously like of Mexican descent, you know, and so she actually was spending time with Justin Bieber by immigrating here. But the whole time that that was happening, Justin Bieber was actually immigrating to America in order to spend time with Hailey Baldwin.
Bro,
like wrap your mind around that one. Like, and we just, you heard it here first. Like, I don't even know what to like say about this. Like our team sure did a good job, like finding like such great information for us to react to, because like this is literally blowing my mind. Like, wow, like you guys.
Absolutely. I mean, you heard it here in this video. They said this is a confirmed fact. Like and you think about Justin Bieber, not only his time with Selena and or Hailey or whoever, you know, you mentioned his time touring, he was taking his entire career and putting it on the line so he could spend time with Selena or Hailey or whoever. Like, bro, like he's probably like looking at a map. He's like, I want to go to like, you know, let's just say, you know, Riley, Oregon, like this random place no one's ever heard of, but like, you know, I could perform there, but like use that as an excuse to go there to see like Hailey. And so that kind of like makes sense why you'd want to like go to a place in the middle of nowhere to see someone you love, which is like, I don't even know, you guys.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like, we literally have all of North America represented here in this throuple. Like, because you've got Justin Bieber,
diverse, yeah.
You know, Canada, yeah, like all these different races involved. You know, you got Hailey Baldwin being American, from America, you know, of American descent, which is distinct from Selena being, you know, of Mexican descent. And so you've got all of North America, like the North American Free Trade Agreement. Like whenever that got canceled, like I bet Justin Bieber is like really happy upon its reinstation into law, because like, yeah, like literally, like you guys, like that's got to be so hard for him. Like imagine living through that. Like you've got these two, like in the countries south of where you're residing in Canada, and like, bruh, that's just got like, that is a bruh moment. Like
Like, bruh.
Yes. And so there you go. Let's keep going with this.
So much tea, you guys.
On interesting theory. I'm not sure immigration laws really affect someone of Justin's status and wealth that way, but
Good point.
But people hold on this theory because it kind of backs up that hope that a lot of fans have that maybe Justin still loves Selena. And
see, that's the thing. I totally agree. The theory that Justin Bieber married Hailey Baldwin to immigrate to America totally backs up the theory that Justin Bieber wants to be with Selena Gomez. Perfect. That makes such perfect sense. Like when you really think like Justin Bieber staying in America for the like, wow, like just you do the math, like bruh. So yeah,
he was his first choice. Regardless of the legitimacy of Justin and Hailey's relationship, people still very much kind of hold on to hatred of Hailey and also watched both of them very closely, dissecting every move that they would make and try to decode whether or not this was real, if Justin was happy, etc.
You weren't so hot, I would have got rid of you a long time ago.
Sexism.
I can't believe that roast, bro. He obviously hates her and loves Selena.
That's the facts.
Like, bro, like
my brother.
When you think about like you know that song Despacito and like Justin Bieber collabed
the verse,
with those guys.
yeah.
And so that's like a Latin pop song. Like it's clear that he loves Selena. Like this is literally getting ridiculous, you guys. Like the immigration theory confirmed by Justin Bieber collaborating on Despacito. Like he literally,
absolutely, he's sticking to his Mexican roots. He has to. He loves Selena.
People think he learned Mexican for that song, but no, he learned Mexican for Selena. Okay, and so like
content.
Like, is it coming together for you people yet now? Like Justin Bieber loves Selena. And so all of this things that like, you know, it may seem to us on the outside who don't know his private life that maybe him and Selena, there was like a wedge like growing between them. But actually, the whole time they're coming together. And yet again, like this is just like a bomb dropped in like the world of celeb gossip. Like TMZ, E! News, you need to catch up to what we're saying. Okay.
I mean, we're basically The View or The Talk, like any of those shows are like literally like on the cutting edge of like just true, like high, like just the best content there is. I'd also like to point out something of the quality of this video itself. I think is actually really interesting. We've seen this same stock footage clip of the woman drinking tea like 8 times now, and you might think that's like repetitive, but honestly I think that like hammers home the point that like guys, like this, there's so much insanely just outrageously unreal stuff going on here, and like this girl keeps drinking her tea. She's like on it, like she knows everything that is going on, and it's just like, bro, like, you know, like when we're watching like the same repetitive stock, you know, videos over and over again for like no reason, like I'm here for it.
Bro, like you can see that she's not just like spilling it out for everyone. She just like low key knows the tea. You know?
Yeah, like tea lizard. You know, that's none of my business. Wait,
oh, amen. Wow.
None of my business. Shout out to Good Morning America.
Amen, bro. All right, here we go. Let's keep going.
Remember when we covered this happening?
He's telling her not to cry.
Tears emoji.
Parents were yelling Selena.
Emotional.
Okay, but like regardless of what you feel about Justin and who he should be with, like this is literally so uncalled for. Like you can see that Justin Bieber and Jimmy Fallon are just having a conversation, and then people just start yelling Selena.
Right.
Like so random. Like, guys, what are you doing in this? Like
what is Jimmy Kimmel doing in this? Like, I don't even know, you guys.
That's a great question too. It's like, you know, we're kind of been following these 3 celebs, but then like Jimmy Fallon enters the picture. Like, are there going to be other celebs that like become kind of like entangled in this whole web of celeb drama? Like, this is actually getting really, really intense. So be sure to subscribe to keep up with everything that's been going on in the world.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, you know, the amount of talk show hosts that we've kind of been involved with, because you got, Ellen, you got James Corden here, just really, it's super crazy. And like these people who are like really, really comedic geniuses, and like they're definitely so funny. They make me laugh so much. Like whenever I watch, Trevor Noah on here, I'm like, bro, he's like he's so funny. He's just so lit and like all this. So
like when he hosts the Grammys, every joke he tells, it lands.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like it sticks the landing. Everyone in the crowd just thinks it's so hilarious. So like, yeah, shout out to Stephen Colbert for, having this interaction with Justin Bieber amidst the, unfortunate purposes that are going on here.
Yeah, but then that also is just a testament to exactly how famous Justin Bieber is. That Stephen went up to him like this, just like a friendly interaction. Mm-hmm. And then like people just
They're just chilling.
People don't want to see Justin Bieber win. That's what I don't get. He's the most influential artist of our generation.
He's the best.
You don't want to see him win. Like here he is just like chilling and people are yelling Selena. Like, bro, like just let things unfold. Like this is Justin Bieber's private life. Like why are we trying to insert ourselves into his private life? Like that makes no sense. Like we should all just mind our own business. Okay, so here we go.
That's the tea, fam.
We're going to keep going in the video here. Let's check out some of this tea. Let's see what kind of stuff's been going on with Justin Bieber here.
You also might remember that we covered Hailey on the Call Her Daddy podcast.
Call her daddy?
I'll call her daddy.
Completely taken out of context. And
context is king.
At all. She totally planned to wear the sunglasses anyway.
Wow.
Well, that was last year, and now this year we have fresh drama going on, so let's unpack that.
Fresh drama! Drama alert!
Some snaps of Selena in swimwear.
All right.
Taken and posted by paparazzi, to which people were making comments about Selena's weight. Side note, can we stop doing this to women? Like, seriously, Selena looks great. And also, apparently, she's on some medication for her lupus that can have some altering effects on the face.
Shout out to women's rights.
Regardless, still.
Bro. She literally looks like fine. Like, let's go back. Like, these images, like, there's nothing wrong with how
she's
looks.
Just swimming.
Like literally, can we stop doing this to women? And
like if we could not.
Like she mentioned the lupus, like I always look ugly when I'm sick. So like what's the difference between me looking ugly when I'm sick and Selena looking ugly when she's sick? Like, so her body looks worse just because she's sick. Like, so what if she looks ugly at this time? Like can we stop doing this to women? Like literally, when like she's literally a woman and she's sick and people are body shaming her because she looks fat in these photos. Like obviously you shouldn't say that. Like you need to learn how to have self-control and not say out loud that she looks fat and ugly in these photos. Like what are you people doing in this? Like you don't have to say that she looks fat and ugly just because we all think it. It's just so like, can we literally just like, I can't even with people.
I can't even
doing this to women like this. Literally, like I'm about to be sick right now. Just even thinking about the fact that people are poking fun at Selgo because she looks sick. Okay, and so yeah, that's. I've said my piece.
It's not sick.
I was on my soapbox. Selena, you look great. Love you. Let's keep going.
People were making comments about Selena's weight. Side note, can you stop doing this to women?
Look at that tea filling up.
Great. And also, apparently she's on some medication for her lupus that can have some altering effects on the face. And that's regardless. Still, just stop doing this.
I agree with what she just said. That's regardless. Like, she's like, you have lupus. And so like the medication can have some negative effects on your body. And so that's actually regardless. So like
that is very regarded, I would say.
So let's keep going.
Man, but anyway, let's continue with those pictures coming out and people making the comments around this time. Hailey and her friends posted this TikTok. People heavily speculate.
So see, this is just another good example of Hailey Bieber being faithful to God. And so like
right.
Like this to me, like I don't understand
God's
what
plan.
You've been talking to. Yeah, like I love that song. Like, and she probably loves it too because she's a Christian. And so like and also Drake's Canadian, and guess who else is? Guess who?
Who?
Justin Bieber. People, wake up!
Frick.
Stop being sheep.
Stop being a sheeple.
Literally, like, obviously she's biased toward Canadians. So, like, why do people think she's bad for Justin Bieber? Like, literally, just like watch the video and like pay attention and like open your eyes and open your ears. Like, you have 2 ears to hear and 1 mouth to talk. So shut up and listen, okay? Jeez. Literally,
Amen, Jesus.
literally, what she said in that video is she said that Selena did not deserve it. And so, like, why do people think this is like some kind of shade towards Selena? Like, it's not like she said that Selena did deserve the lupus. She said, I'm not saying she deserved it. And so she thinks that Selena did not deserve the lupus. So, like, guys, what are you even doing in this? Like, she clearly is on Selena's side the whole time. And then she said God's timing is always right. Like, putting her trust in God. Like, you guys, we need to protect the sanctity of the Biebers' perfect and holy, sanctimonious marriage. Like, what are we doing trying to rip what God has joined together? It says, let no man separate. And you guys are trying
Preach it.
You're naming Selena when he's talking to that talk show host earlier. Like, guys, we need to come together in support of their marriage. This has gotten totally out of hand. People are coming after Hailey left and right here on social media. Like, okay, let's keep going.
That was beautiful.
That this TikTok was shade towards Selena. And cut to
How?
February of 2023, Selena Gomez posted this.
Accidentally laminated my brows too much.
After this, Miss Kylie Jenner posted this tweet story, seemingly a FaceTime between herself and Hailey Bieber, sharing little close-ups of their eyebrows. Coincidence or clear shade towards Selena?
No, it's neither. It's not a coincidence and it's not clear shade. This is 2 women making sure that Selena Gomez is not out here on a limb all by herself. Because, like, when
they're in support, yeah.
There's people, you know, I'm sure people were making fun of Selgo. They're like, wow, this girl messed up her eyebrows. And then here come these 2 women in support of other women. Keep in mind, okay? Anyway, they're coming in support and making her not feel so alone by having the same sort of eyebrow situation. And so all these girls, they're in it together. And so all I can see out of this is just like friendship, but people want to call this shade. People, wake up, take the blinders off. Like,
take the red pill. I mean, that's all I gotta say.
Like, this, exactly. Like, you people are being far too judgmental. You're literally looking for any little thing just to pick at Hailey Bieber. Guess what? Her last name's Bieber and there's nothing you can do about it. So let's move on.
Way the internet took it as shade, running with the idea that Hailey and Squad hate Selena
not
and
fair.
Squad, and people were uncovering videos that could be
The Squad.
How?
What's more, the internet is forever, as we all know, which means people have found some really interesting and kind of cringy stuff on Hailey's past, literally being a fan of.
Look, this is what I mean. Hailey Bieber is a fan of Selena.
Yeah, they're in support. Yeah.
Shade.
And that's even a picture. I'm assuming that's from like 2003 or something, in that magazine, for like, you know, Teen Pop magazine or whatever, like, you know, Us Weekly. That's them when she was with Selgo was with Justin Bieber, and Hailey is just cool with that. Like, women in support of each other, you know, shout out to, like, you know, feminism, like, you know, the patriarchy.
Exactly. And yet people wanted to, like the lady who was narrating this video, she wanted to say that this is cringy stuff. No, this is just women supporting other women.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
absolutely.
If anything, Hailey deserves justice for Hailey. Selena. Justice for Hailey. Exactly. That's what I've been saying. And I think that's gonna, you know, that's so far, that's really what I'm discovering, is that people are literally against Hailey for no reason, and she's innocent until proven guilty in my eyes. And the only thing she's proven guilty of is supporting Selena so far. So with that being said, let's go ahead in the video.
Selena and Justin's relationship.
Let's read some of these tweets. These are from Hailey Baldwin. So this
Hold on, you're gonna have to read them for me because I don't actually know how to read.
Oh, sure. So the first one says, I'm for sure 100% team #Jelena, which I guess is like sort of a ship name. It's like
I'm here for it.
And
like
so-
Selena. Yeah.
and so that makes sense that she would say that. And then the next one, she says, at Selena Gomez, happy B-Day, pretty. And then a smiley face emoticon. And so that's just like generally like positive vibes in her direction. And we're seeing this is
positive vibes, yeah.
This is back in on the 22nd of July, 2011. And so like, here's the thing. Like, Joe, because we're friends, I know your birthday is March 30th, right? That's what you
Right.
know about friends. Clearly, Hailey and Selena are friends in 2011 because she knew the date of her birthday. Like, how is anybody going to say that this is cringy or creepy or weird? Like the narrator's been suggesting that it is. Like, this is literally just proof of their friendship. Like, I can't see this any other way. And so, like, for example, Joe, what's my birthday?
November 3rd.
4th, but close. See?
Oh,
And so
close enough.
that's sort of the thing. It's like you can tell that like he was, you know, like aware of my birthday, but since it's not like coming up extremely soon,
Right, because
maybe
my birthday's in like at least a day. I think I still don't know how to count, but I think it's coming pretty soon. If I knew how time worked, yeah.
Bro, like I don't even know you guys. Like,
Yeah.
like this is actually like, you know, here we go. So let's keep reading some tweets. It says Selena Gomez is so cute. Don't argue. Bye. The sass coming off that tweet towards any
Bye.
just okay. Anyway, next one. I don't care what anyone says, but Justin Bieber and
Doesn't
Selena
even care.
Gomez together is the definition of a teenage dream.
Define it.
Hashtag word, it says.
Word up.
So I'll go through
Dang.
them pretty quick because I'm sensing kind of a general theme of just like positive vibes towards Selena. Like she's really giving her like a lot of like
much positive energy.
Like positive energy. Like the essence coming off these tweets is like really emanating just positive energy. And so here we go. So we have Selena Gomez is so friggin' good looking. Like this is just positivity like between two women. And so like next we have at whoa, it's somebody. Seriously though, she is beyond flawless, and he's Bieber. They're the perfect
you know it.
And then she's forever alone. Like she's literally willing to give her crush Justin Bieber to Selena because she's supporting
putting herself down. Yeah.
Like she's not willing to cross that line. Like, and then here we go. Selena Gomez looks hot in her new music video with 3 fire emoticons. Like, I don't know what you anti-Hailey Bieber people have against her. And Joe, nice fire. I don't know how to do that. I just don't know how to do that fire emoji. But here we go. Look at this. More tweets. Oh.
A lot of things that Selena's done, from outfits to tattoos.
Okay, but so she's copied her, but like they say that like mimicry is the most sincere form of flattery. So like, what are we getting at here, honestly?
Like, what are they doing in this?
Like, but I mean, like when you look at these examples, like the earrings are literally different. Like, what are they even talking about? Like what? Like when you even like look at the close-up photos, like the earrings are nothing alike. Like I'm not even sure what they're trying to do.
Right.
Like this video, it seems like it's trying to frame Hailey in like a not positive light. But like, if really they're gonna say that Hailey copied what Selena does, like A, if she did, that would be the most sincere form of flattery. But B, literally in this photo, we have no evidence of that at all.
Right.
And so I'm not seeing the point at all about why anyone should be against Hailey Bieber in any way. And so let's go ahead and keep going with the video.
The tattoo thing kind of blows my mind, to be honest, because it's very close.
Okay, but they're still wearing different earrings in this. See, because her earring is like that, and the earring is like that thing going around. I don't see the similarity.
And so like, yeah, because like you would think like if you're really trying to copy someone, then like the things would like all kind of like match up and be similar like on both sides. But like, look, they have different hair color. Like you said, they have different earrings. Like Hailey Baldwin's, or I'm not sure what her last name is in this photo, but she clearly has much bigger eyelashes than Selena.
True.
Which, you know, like if Selena had bigger eyelashes, then maybe there could be some kind of case for mimicry. But literally, the only thing that I can see that's even remotely similar is that there is a tattoo behind the ear. But it looks like here, and you look at Selena's, it's like sort of a cursive letter. And then when you look at Hailey's, it might be like the number 9 written in like just like the normal number 9. And so I'm honestly just not seeing the point. So let's keep going.
Identical. And I don't know about you guys, but I think I would avoid a literal tattoo that my husband's ex had. As I said earlier, you would literally have to live under a rock and have no access to social media at all to have missed this current drama. And what's more, Selena would of course be tagged in a lot of posts about this. So Selena went live and decided maybe it was time to take a break from social media.
Oh.
Bro, is this today's sponsor?
Or is this Selena taking a break for? Oh, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
She also did kind of respond to everything that's been going on, sort of, by saying, "Thank you and love you all so much. I'm deeply grateful for each and every tag."
Positive vibes.
About this. So Selena went live and decided maybe it was time to take a break from social media.
Oh, she took a break again. Okay.
The timeline of this literally is just like totally confusing to me.
Sort of saying,
It's almost like the multiverse. Like, shout out to like, DC, or like DC Comics, like those superhero movies, when the X-Men, they go through and they have multiple like different time. And obviously this is all in one timeline, but like that's how confusing, how like just completely insane all this is.
Totally correct. Yes. I am finding myself just more bewildered. I mean, celeb gossip really is so interesting, but it's also like such like a deep and complicated thing. So
it's
like
philosophy, really. I mean, there's so much to learn and take, and to be able to like, try and like so much just intellectual thought that goes into it.
Exactly right. Like people literally like spend time like studying and getting a doctorate in things like this.
Oh yeah.
It truly is very philosophical. Let's go ahead and read this tweet. Joe, could you read this for us?
No, I still don't know how to read.
Oh, okay. It says, "Thank you and love you all so much. I'm deeply great." You would think she would say y'all, considering how Southern she is, but she said you all.
I mean, she does live south of the United States, so that would make sense.
Exactly. But, she went with a you all. Maybe she's not like a native English speaker, and so she's kind of like saying each word, But it says, "I'm deeply grateful for each and every one of you humans. You make me unbelievably happy. Please be kinder and consider others' mental health. My heart has been heavy and I only want good for everyone. All my love." And so is this saying that she's grateful for each and every one of you humans who's like supporting Selena Gomez? Like, is that what she's saying? She says, "Thank you and love you all so much. I'm deeply grateful for each and every one of you humans. You make her like, is she thanking them for her support in this drama? Because like she left social media
That's meta
for the drama, but like she's saying here that she's thankful for the support. And so is she herself against Hailey Bieber because she's thanking the people who are against Hailey for their support of her? Is that what's going on? Like,
I don't even know, you guys.
To me, that crosses the line. Like Selena Gomez,
circular reasoning right there.
Like Selena Gomez is basically like an international terrorist at this point. Like
basically
come to America just to cause problems, and then like she's thanking the whole squad for going against our native homeland American, Hailey Bieber.
And well, you look at this. Her first tweet has 74.3K, so 74.3 thousand likes, and then her second one has 69.3 thousand. So like she's gaslighting whatever 74 plus 69 is. I still can't know how to count, but like that's at least like 3 people. So like that could be like 1 million people, you guys. Like she's just, and you look also, I'd like to point out, you see view 764 replies, which is again is a pretty substantial number for like a TikTok post or whatever, like MySpace, whatever platform this is on, because of the nature of celebrity drama and the positivity and the positive encouragement and vibes you get on the internet, I'm sure that every single one of those comments is just like overwhelmingly positive and like super supportive of like not just her but like the entire situation. There's like definitely nothing like substantially inaccurate or anything going on with that. So like that's like clapping emoji for that. So thank you for like all of Selena's fans. Like just really great, just great job.
Exactly. All right, so let's keep going in the video.
Each and every one of the humans, you make me unbelievably happy. Please be kinder and consider others' mental health. My heart has been heavy and I only want good for everyone. All my love. People were far from excited or receptive to this response, and the majority, as many people call Selena out for basically condoning the online attacks towards Hailey.
Which that's kind of like what I just said.
Online attacks, terrorism, like you said.
Like literally, like that's what we're doing is we're calling her out for doing this, and like this is literally just cyberbullying. So like literally, Selena, what are you doing in this?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's keep going.
And my personal opinion on this, I'm sure that Selena has.
I don't think I care about her personal opinion.
Loving this. As for Justin defending his wife, that's funny because he has said in that video,
actually, relatable.
Will think worse, right, Tana?
If I put these on mud online and my husband is radio silent driving, I'm out, and I'm hooking up with his brother just for good measure, and his best friend, and his dad. Honestly.
It was Justin.
See, this is what we need. Support for Hailey Bieber, because I have not heard anyone in this entire video, besides the video that we're filming now live for our audience, you and I. But like in the video that we're reacting to, the content that we're actually engaging with in this interaction that we're seeing here, I've not heard anyone come to the defense of Hailey Bieber until right now. She's saying that Justin Bieber should have stuck up for Hailey Bieber during this situation. But Justin Bieber hasn't said a word, and it really makes you wonder why that might be the case. And so this, as supporters of Justin Bieber, we need to get to the bottom of this. So we're about to conduct an investigation of exactly what's going through Justin Bieber's mind. And so, I mean, like, what do you think could be happening? Like, maybe he's like, even like, do you think he might be like regretting marrying Hailey because all of this drama stuff is like overwhelming to him? Like, what do you think could be going on?
Well, I will say, with TanaCon there, she was saying, like if I was Hailey, I would hook up with Justin Bieber's dad. I would give anything I can to hook up with Justin Bieber's dad in support of Hailey Baldwin Bieber. That would be like just because like, everyone has a hot dad, of course, but just like, I mean, Justin Bieber, the man himself, is just so godlike anyway. I can't imagine how just magnificently handsome his father is. And if I could do that, well, not that I would ever want to hurt Justin Bieber in any way, because I don't, because I love him. I love you. I'm believer for life, like believer stance. But like I love, the idea of if I like it just goes back to everything. I want to be positive towards everyone, and if hooking up Justin Bieber's dad, it would support Hailey and make her have a better season. I would be here for that.
So you are saying that you don't think Justin Bieber and Hailey are having any sort of beef?
Oh no, I think they are, because like Tana was saying, to get back at Bieber, like if I could, but like I don't know what that's I don't know
in support of Hailey.
There's still support of Hailey, but there's still so much more we don't know and have to get to the bottom of like what's like this picture here. I know we haven't talked about this yet, but like what Justin Bieber, like what are you doing in this? Like I don't even know you guys.
Yeah, like he looks like he might even want to like hit somebody. Like the photographer. Yes, exactly.
I would love to be that photographer, low key, high key.
Well, hey man. But here, let's keep going here. It looks like Justin Bieber's at some sort of soiree or party here,
or a carnival.
Big Hollywood energy.
Recently, and he threw himself a little shindig. And
there it is.
Shindig, yes.
A shindig, she said.
Shindig, yes.
Which that's a little more specifically like
that's like high class.
It's kind of like the same thing, like, but it's Hollywood.
Yeah, like you think of like the rich, or you think of like the 1810s, like with Great Gatsby, and like the richest people like on earth, all like that's a shindig right there. And that's what Justin Bieber and all his cohorts up in Hollywood, up in Beverly Hills, that's what they're doing. So this is like just really freaking crazy stuff, you guys.
That's right. I mean, you hear stories all the time, like Project X style Hollywood, crazy parties, but like Yeah, let's hear it. Let's
Like,
see.
not good for children. That's all I gotta say.
That's for sure. Let's see what happened at this party.
To Instagram to show off the celebrations. You'd think maybe he would include a little thing for Hailey, or maybe show off their happiness together and him supporting her through this messy drama online. But nope. Look at literally.
Yeah, look at literally his post.
Literally, it is.
Birthday. Ooh. This is so incredibly awkward for her. I don't even know what to say. Every single other picture just looks so happy, and I hate to be reaching on anything when covering stuff like this, but the pictures with Hailey in at this birthday event seem so miserable.
Like literally, Hailey, it looked like was going for like a hug with him. Like there's got to be something wrong between them, because like this face literally says it all. Like what do you think could be going through his mind? Like maybe he's thinking to himself right now, he actually like regrets marrying Hailey. Like he actually wishes that her last name was still Baldwin, which like, bro, like, what do you think?
I mean, he might be thinking he'd rather be with someone who is actually cool or hot, like, dare I say, maybe Selena. You know,
exactly. Exactly. Like maybe he's actually thinking that Selena had W Riz, but literally like Hailey does not have any Riz. Like Selena is literally the Rizzard of Waverly Place. Like, hello. Like maybe that's what he's thinking right now in this moment. Cause like, why would he be making this face if like she's coming up for a hug and he like clearly doesn't like it? Like literally Rizzard of Waverly Place. So
the Rizzards.
Selgo literally like that's what is going through his mind.
Yeah. Or maybe he's talking about just having to put up with her constantly with all these marital problems that she's causing, you know, day to day. Like, you know, what that even looks like.
And see, that's sort of the thing. It's like maybe he's thinking that like she actually looks ugly, and so he doesn't even want to be seen with her at this party. But like maybe if he was with Selena, then she would not look ugly, and then he would want to be seen with her. And that's why he didn't post about her until the end of his various slides on his she said, look at literally his post. Like literally this is the evidence. Like what else could be like going through his mind right now? Like,
I mean, maybe, you know, going off of that, who he'd rather hang out with, maybe he's upset their marriage is a sham in the first place and he doesn't even like her to begin with.
Now, like exactly, like maybe he's thinking that like she even has like a bad body. Like when you compare her to Selena, like he's actually thinking like if literally Hailey stepped on a scale right now, she would weigh more than when they got married. And so he doesn't want to be seen with her. Like who knows what he's thinking?
Yeah, like I don't even know. Or like, you know, talking about these physical attributes, you know, that shirt she was wearing, Guess USA, like what does that even mean? And like he's Canadian, so like of course he wouldn't be interested in like America except to be with her, Selena or whatever, but like what was she even doing it? Like that's just not a good, you know, shirt. I would, you know, talking about the ugly physical qualities he might be thinking about in his head.
Exactly. And like, and speaking of that, like he might even be thinking that like he does not like her fake hair color, whereas Selena Gomez has like naturally very dark brown hair given her descent. And so like maybe he thinks that Hailey, maybe he's sitting here thinking like, wow, Selena looks better with her real hair color, whereas Hailey's sitting here looking fake. Like I don't want to be seen with you, Hailey. Like maybe that's like going through his mind right now in this.
Yeah, well, I mean, we did mention her tattoos earlier, you know, like that tattoo behind the ear, the whatever neck thing. Maybe he's thinking about like, oh, I don't like her tattoos, or the, you know, any of the similarities between, like they mentioned, this tattoo similar to her and Selena. Maybe he just doesn't like that about her, you know, again, with these physical attributes that might not stand out to him.
And then, like, you know, like going beyond the physical attributes, even like maybe she's like saying something to him or like whispering in his ear, and like he's just sitting here thinking like, man, her little stupid mouse idiot like Valley Girl voice literally sounds so annoying. It's like a freaking cheese grater on your brain. Like literally his brain is the cheese and her voice is like a cheese grater, just like grinding it into pieces.
Yeah.
And like maybe that's what he's thinking right now whenever you see how miserable he is in this.
Yeah. And with him being miserable, it may even also not only be the noise, the physical noise of her voice, but also even the content of what she's saying may not be very intelligent or very smart. You know, she's not very, he may be thinking, gosh, she's not particularly smart or tall. You know, why did I even consider marrying her?
Right. You know, because if they, you know, not smart or tall, like that just leads to bad genes. And that just kind of leads Justin Bieber down like another little rabbit trail. It's like maybe just in general, she's just not good enough for him.
That's one of my points, that he might even be frustrated. She's not fun to hang out with. She may not even be worth his time in his mind.
Bro, like, she's not worth his time. Like, I agree. Like, she's probably so bad he would even rather date a guy than her. Like, and like people used to speculate,
Be a man.
like, oh, like Justin Bieber's voice when he was like younger, like before he actually like hit puberty, like before all that, like sort of before that season of his life, like people used to say like, oh, Justin Bieber is like so gay because of his like high voice. Like maybe that's actually true, and like maybe, just maybe, like this is like a new like theory that we're kind of like developing now, is like maybe he's actually low key gay and he would rather date a guy than Hailey Bieber.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
maybe,
And
go ahead.
oh, so I was gonna say, going off of your, game theory, because of his physical, like, male attraction, or his, his craving to be a man, but also to be with a man, goes back to, the fact he may think she's really ugly and not, very pretty in that aspect.
And that also, like being gay and thinking she's ugly, he thinks, like when you see his face, like this is all kind of like going through his mind. Like he's like, bro, like I'm literally gay, you're literally like ugly. Like even if I was straight, I wouldn't want to be with you. Like being gay, he's probably concerned with fashion, and like, bro, like he probably doesn't even think Hailey Bieber's like red carpet looks are that good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, going off of that, like, being fashionable, when you're on the red carpet, what do you got? You got makeup, you got eyeliner, like jewelry. He may not even like any of that. Even in this picture, her trying to hug him, she's just like, whatever. And he's like, no, like, I wish you were a man.
Mm-hmm. And like even if like he was straight, like and like to date a woman, like what are some of like the gender roles for a woman to do? Like number one, she's got to be able to cook. And like earlier in the episode, like we heard that like Hailey Baldwin actually copied Selena's idea to do a cooking show, but maybe he actually thinks that Selena, like with her like ethnic roots being in Mexico, like maybe that's actually his taste in food. And so he's just like, bro, like Hailey, you can't even cook. Like, why don't you just let Selena cook, like low key?
Yeah, like, to say it's high key. I mean, if you talk about these, cultural or social standards, women, shout out to Burger King when they tweeted women belong in the kitchen, stuff like that. And if he's got this idea of like women need to know how to cook, okay, if Hailey, and then going off of that, if Hailey doesn't know how to cook, to the standard that Justin Bieber requires in his, godliness, he may even go on to think he may be disappointed that she might not even be a true believer, is what I would guess.
Yes, and the thing is like if she really was a true believer, then like that whole headline about her like low-key farting during their wedding day kiss, like that would have never happened. Like she easily could have just held it in, but she decided to just go ahead and let it slip. And like in the interview with the pastor guy who married them, Judah Smith, who by the way is in a lot of celeb hot water right now for requiring tithes of 10% of their gross income from each of the people who work at Judah Smith's church. That's like a late development right now going on in celebrity gossip.
That's gonna be our next video,
episode about that.
Subscribe for like more like insane like religious content, you guys.
And so that's the thing. It's like, we may have to talk about this, but like Judah Smith, like low key said that he heard Hailey Bieber fart too. And like this all like, you can see it in the picture. Like that's all like going through his mind right now. He's just like, bro, Hailey, like there's so much wrong with you. And like you low key literally ruined my wedding day. Like even as a gay man, like you still look forward to your wedding day. Like that's just kind of like a staple thing about all humans. Like I know that I looked forward to my wedding day, and I'm married right now. And like Joe, you're not married, and so like you're on the other side of that coin. So like one day maybe you'll find someone special that you want to settle down with in life, and like you'll kind of like quit with the big YouTube money party scene, and you'll like actually like settle down and grow up for once. And like I'm sure you're looking forward to your wedding day. Like
I totally am. Yeah, I would love to get married to a man. I can't wait for it, And also going off of, again, I know we're hitting hard on this, like, standard of being a believer, but like, if you're Justin Bieber's wife, you have to be a believer. So like going off of that, so like what do believers do? Like they're gonna follow Justin Bieber any way they can, Facebook, Twitter, Tinder, Grindr, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans, all those. But most importantly, and because it applies to us, YouTube. He may even think he may be mad at her because, I was reading on, Fox News, and they were saying she may or may not have be not subscribed to Justin Bieber Vivo, or the best YouTube channel is this in existence, Squad Family. Like, what a loser. Like, how are you not subscribed to these channels? Like, everyone is permanently required to subscribe to. Speaking of which, like, you guys like watching this video, like, if you're not like subscribed like on the gang and like following us, like, if you could,
yes, please follow the Squad Family. And like, it just like to go off of your point too, is like, there's the Justin Bieber -topic YouTube channel that like literally when Justin Bieber comes out with new music, it like auto uploads. So you're like getting the latest of Justin Bieber's musical content that he's sharing with the world. Like, his literal prodigy and his literal genius is being shared for all to see. And Hailey Baldwin is just like not here for it. Like that's probably going through his mind in this photo. Like, you could just see the inner turmoil. He's like, bro, Hailey like doesn't even want to keep tabs on like what I've been doing lately in music. Like, does she even support me? Like, even though like I'm low-key gay and like I don't really want to be supported like by a wife, but like I have a wife, so like I ought to be like supported by her, but like low-key she's not really doing it. She's just like not living up to his standard of what he was, you know, maybe hoping she would be. But anyway, like aside from all of that, like just like completely regardless of all of that, like I was thinking like in a completely other thing, like this is a totally other vein, taking this whole thing in like a new tangent, in like a new direction, and like switching the whole thing up, like remix. Here we go with another point. Like, he's probably thinking right now to himself, like the reason that he made Despacito was literally for Selena.
That's confirmed.
Selena.
That is factual.
And the thing, not for Hailey. Like, when has he ever made a song for Hailey? Never. Like, I have heard an argument to be made that the song Yummy is actually for Hailey Bieber, because he says, girl, you got that yummy, yummy. But I think that's just all a ruse, because it might come off like he thinks that Hailey has that yummy, yummy, but low key Selena is the one with that yummy, yummy. Like, she's a spicy Latina woman. Like, listen to the songs, it speaks for itself. Like, and all that's just like going through his mind right now, like as Hailey's like coming over to give him a hug, like on his birthday, and like still like the turmoil you see in his eyes, like these, like, why is he so miserable here? Like,
I don't even know, you guys. There's just like, we've just opened a whole encyclopedia of just brutally insane celeb drama. Like, you guys do not want to miss on it. Like, you got to be here for it. Like, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, and like, if you want to join the conversation, like leave a comment down below about what you think Justin Bieber might be thinking or going through in this photo. And like, do we actually, like, with our status and our like platform, do we actually need to get Justin Bieber on to do like a therapy session interview with him, to just like, you know, see what's going on with him, like from a non-celebrity gossip like standpoint, like just genuinely just sit down and just be there for the guy, because like who knows what he might be going through in life. Like I don't even know, you guys. So like, yeah, just
shout out to BetterHelp. I mean, we're hosting a therapy session anyway because of all this demon worship that we've been like, you know, talking about and kind of having to process through. So like, we might as well just invite him in, because we're already like, we're in deep. And so it's just like, you know, Justin Bieber, like when you see this video, and I know you will, because it's getting like 100 billion views, like give us a call and like, yeah.
Right. Well, here we go. Like, here we go. Let's just continue with the video, I guess. Like,
I guess.
Oh. So I have a little blurb from the team here that you guys can't see. It says, this gift was given out to people who attended Justin Bieber's birthday party. So this looks to be some kind of lighter, like,
or like a metal screw.
Perhaps, yeah. Like I can't really tell. Like it's kind of like sideways, so it's kind of difficult like to see like the orientation.
Is that a cowboy hat on it?
Like, I think so, but like since the orientation is not necessarily straight, like, which that actually makes sense for him to give that out at his party because of his orientation.
Right,
but like,
right.
It says, I'm so thankful that I didn't end up with what I thought I wanted. Like, what do you even think that could like mean? Like,
it's almost a double, like, or even a double or triple negative. I didn't end up with what I thought I wanted, which means he got something else, but he is thankful that he didn't end up with what he thought he originally had wanted.
Right. And so that's the thing. It's like, what do you think he's like saying here? Like that's actually like really profound, kind of like his lyrics, you know, like we obviously know he has like a lot of lyrical prowess, like in like a whole career of just like genius bars, like one after another, just like lyrical content,
fire lyrics,
just absolutely just stacking up amazingly, like all these years later, like even his first songs, like One Less Lonely Girl still speaks to me like to this day.
Yeah.
And like
I relate to that song like so hard.
Bro, like when that time of year comes around, like Mistletoe, like gets me. Like,
oh man.
Like I literally start listening to Christmas music in July.
Oh, same.
Literally the first song on my playlist is that. And so
I mean, I have a playlist specifically dedicated to Justin Bieber Christmas music. Like I have my Christmas music playlist, of course, and like my playlist for like each month. But like you mentioned, Christmas in July, my July playlist, because I have a playlist for every month for what I listen to, of course. But like my July playlist is Christmas Justin Bieber music in July because it's like lit.
Wow, that is, bro. Yeah, all right. So let's go to the next clip after this photograph here. What is this?
It's time for Celeb Who Wore It Better featuring Selena Gomez, also known as Selmo, versus Hailey Bieber. But who will win? Vote in the comments section down below. I just love SSF YouTube channel, subscribe.
So guys, like it looks like our team has, that's very lit, Joe. That's very lit. You guys.
Wait, why is it going out?
Like,
bro, I just put new batteries in this, you guys. Okay.
Bro, not clickbait. My batteries
that's why
went out.
My batteries fell out of my lit sign.
Bro, battery acid got on my skin when changing the batteries, not clickbait.
Medical Bro, Joe, why are you injured? Oh, I got battery acid on my skin from changing the batteries in my lit sign.
Wow.
That's lit.
Did someone like break into your house and mess with your sign? Bro, cops called.
Bro, 3 a.m. challenge.
Bro, so here we have like this like thing on our screen. It's the Who Wore It Better like segment that I guess we're about to begin. And so I guess the idea is we're going to be like looking at two people's looks, and probably Selena and Hailey, right? Just given the context of
I would think,
sort of the, it's relevant like to what we're doing. And so probably them, and like we heard earlier, there's the accusation of like Hailey Bieber copying Selena's looks. And so like right now at this point, like given Justin Bieber's like reaction to Hailey hugging, like I don't know whose side I'm on. And so I guess that like kind of at this point in the reaction content that we're doing here live for you guys, like you can see the little red button up there, like we're doing this live like for you guys, and like we do this for you guys. So like we're actually gonna react to these outfits, and I think by this point in the video in a fairly unbiased way. Like if like I guess really what I'm gonna kind of base this on is like if I was Justin Bieber, who would I
from
pick?
His perspective?
Yeah, and like I don't, like maybe you'll do it from that perspective, or maybe just from your own perspective, but like I think I want to take myself kind of out of the picture and just like do this as though I was the Biebs himself. Like although like I could never afford myself that much honor, and like I apologize if that actually offends anybody, but like here we go. Let's react to some different outfits here. So let's see. Okay, so first of all, we have what looks to be Hailey here on the left side in a white sleeveless evening gown, and then Selgo here, very similar, a bit of a different neckline, maybe a textured fabric with green dangling earrings, which I'm not sure what that could represent, like the color green, like so Joe, what do you think of these looks?
Well, so you like you mentioned the big earrings, but also the small like I guess are those little star earrings that Selena Gomez is wearing on the left, but you've got Hailey Bieber here on the white. I think both these are very exposing of their skin. I don't know if I'm really even allowed to show this content on YouTube. Like we might as well, because like we're already here. But it's just like So when you say who wore it better, we're specifically talking about the dress, or just like in general the overall look or like vibe that they give off?
Yeah, I would just say like just the aesthetic in general. Like
Okay.
if you're Justin Bieber and you're just like, like which one of these ladies is like really doing it for me, you know? And
Yeah.
like I would say that one of my ideas that I do have, you sort of touched on, is just that they're really showing a lot of skin. But like Hailey Bieber, like she's supposed to be like a Christian, and so she should be dressing more modestly, maybe.
True.
You know, like Selena, like we talked about sort of the alleged devil worship earlier in the video. And so like naturally you'd expect her to show a lot of skin. And you know, like you look at Hailey, and she maybe is even showing more skin. And so though the difference may be marginal, from a Christian perspective, you can say that it's marginally more sinful. And like we don't really have the view of the side boob, but that's regardless, because look at her Star
Like
of
literally in this
David.
post.
Look at her Star of David earrings.
Yeah.
Like what kind of Christian would wear that? And
Mhm.
so to me, just on a moral level is how I'm judging this one, because Justin Bieber himself is a man of faith.
Mhm.
You know, one of the great heroes of the faith. Like whenever I'm reading through Hebrews chapter 11, the Hall of Faith section, and it brings up all these guys who are heroes of the faith, I can't help but think of Justin Bieber. And like I just can't really understand why Hailey herself would represent a man of God by wearing this much skin showing and a Star of David. Like,
Mhm.
Hailey, what are you doing in this? So that's my personal opinion, coming from the perspective of Justin Bieber, of course, not my opinion. So Justin's. So what do you think?
I mean, it's a tricky topic, because like, when you're in church on Sunday morning, you don't want to judge people based off what they're wearing, because like could be, anyone comes from any walks or seasons of life, and it's like, I don't want to be like, oh, you shouldn't be wearing that, because that's not a that's not a loving attitude from like Allah himself. So like when you to look at but at the same time, you have someone like Hailey, who is such an esteemed Lutheran, and is so representative of the faith. I almost feel like she should be held to that higher standard, not to judge her, but to talk about what she represents, as a whole, because like basically goes God, Jesus, then Holy Spirit, in that pecking order, and then Justin Bieber, and then Hailey, because of that, how they represent and how they stand for and ultimately define the faith that we have in our Lord Muhammad. So it's like, I would almost go, I'm kind of agree with you on, I would go Selena on this because of the moral and the ethical and logical implications of it. But I still have to get that caveat on, like, while I wouldn't normally treat most people this way, I feel like we have to with Hailey, because of the way that she is definitive and very prominent in our Jewish faith.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And then just like another point is like, look at the statement piece of Selena Gomez, like marvelous, like green earrings that may be topped with like a bird cage or some sort of other, sort of other figurette there. But like when you look at Hailey, what's her statement piece? I don't see one.
It's actually really interesting.
And so just from that fashion standpoint, I think you just have to give it to Selena in this outfit. And so, all right, well, I guess we'll go to the next one here. Ah, wow.
They're clones. They
Dude.
both duplicated themselves, because they're like, I don't know if this is witchcraft or like Holy Spirit, but it's something supernatural's up. Like, how do you even like, what's that gonna look like?
Like, okay, now one thing that I will say is that whenever you're kind of like analyzing these two outfits, even though Hailey Bieber's clothing is a bit more sheer in many places than Selgo's clothing, Hailey is technically more clothed. There's more actual cloth on her body. And so there's an argument to be made that she's dressing a bit more modestly. And, like there could be an argument to be made for the leg not being clothed. But then when you look at Selena's leg, she's just taking a smaller step out. And so I think whenever both of them walk, both of their leg fully shows. And so I think that this picture is actually biased against Hailey. But I think in terms of leg showing, it's about even because the slit looks to be about the same height.
Right, right.
But you know, aside from that, whenever you look at the two dresses, it looks like she actually has more cloth on, so she's more covered than Selena actually is, who literally there's just a giant section of her midriff just like missing out of the dress, which, you know, I don't want to come off as judgmental, but that's not very like kid friendly, you know, and considering she has a pretty massive Disney Channel audience, I just like don't know how I feel about that. But like then again, whenever you look at the fashion, it's almost like Selena's dress it's kind of like got an altered lapel, and so like there's a really interesting silhouette to it, and then there's like what looked to be maybe like safety pins or some sort of like punk aesthetic like going along like sort of the seams of the garment itself. And so like from a fashion standpoint, I think I would have to give this one to Selena, even though she's significantly less clothed than Hailey Bieber. And so, you know, it's sort of it's more even on this one, but I'll give this one to Selena. What do you think?
Okay, you know, it is definitely hard to tell because, you know, again, they whoever made this is, you know, biased and is like fake news because like you look at, you know, Hailey is initially showing more leg, but I think you're right. You know, the leg that Selena shows is about even in this. And so you chose Selena on this one.
Yes.
You know, again, it's just the aesthetic of the overall, you know, vibe or the energy that they give off. Like, and like, you know, Selena is giving like a confident look at me, at least in this particular photograph, you know, when you look at this graph. And then Hailey is, you know, she's got the idea, but she's kind of like looking off in the distance. She's kind of like, wait, like who's that over there or whatever. But Selena is like straight at you. She's kind of on it. And, you know, I think they're both dresses are very appealing and they both have legs, which, you know, I really like nice legs. But, you know, Selena, just because of this particular, the way she's looking at the photographer in this, or the videographer in this aspect, I almost want to go Selena again on this because she looks more, has that confident, you know, girl boss, you know, gatekeep, gaslight energy that I really like stand and kind of like vibe with.
Wow, yes. I could not have said that better. And so far, on the first one, we both went with Hailey, but on this one, we both went with Selena, actually. And so, you know, it's kind of shaking out a bit interestingly. I didn't really, you know, we kind of went into this unbiased because throughout the video, we've seen bad things about both women.
Right, right.
But like, you know, say what you want about Selena and Hailey, but this is just about the fashion. We're trying not to be biased about this. And obviously we're not trying to bring like personal things into this. You know, we're not like attacking.
We're just being
character.
objective, yeah.
You know, we're just looking purely at the fashion, obviously. And so here, let's go on to our next outfit here. These, okay, literally this is like the same in almost every single way, like covered in these polka dots. Like I wouldn't even be surprised to find out or discover that the same exact clothing designer may have fashioned both of these two garments for these two women. And I mean, there is really a lot going on here. And I mean, there's a lot that could be said, but what are some of your like initial, like first impressions? Like just like right out of the gate, like what's really hitting you just initially, just like first thing on your mind? Like what's the first thing that you see? Like maybe even like when you look at this, like what's the first like 5 words that come into your mind whenever you see this? Just like bam, just like hit us with it. Just like.
So to answer your question, what stood out to me in this initially is, like you said, the polka dots and the similarities, but I think it's going to come down to is whether or not you like, and I don't know exactly what it looks like, almost a cape that Hailey is wearing, because you got the thing that it's down on her legs, but also if you follow her little outline there, it looks like almost goes up all the way to her shoulder. It's almost like it looks really tattered in a way, but it's got this like, you know, like gothic girl, like goth energy vibe, like shout out to like The Cure, because like, you know, like I could totally see Robert Smith, you know, rocking something like this, like polka dots and everything, being like, you know, the gothic, you know, totally emo dude that you're like, even like Patrick Stump from like My Chemical Romance, just something like really just, you know, crazy, like being like, you know, total emo and dramatic, and like, you know, not that he would like, not that I would encourage this behavior, but like some people would like, you know, cut themselves because they're like so emo and just like depressed and all this. So it comes into whether you like this whole cape And they're both very dark, but the cape gives it this extra like edge, or like, you know, it's not just a phased dad kind of energy that I'm getting giving a vibe from this.
See, that's exactly right. The goth vibes, I don't think can be pulled off by just anyone. And whenever you look at Hailey's figure in this, like this is really flattering. Like from her head all the way down to her toes, and like the way that the heels on those boots that she's wearing with all of those laces, just like
Oh yeah.
it almost gives sort of like a post-industrial like vibe, like in like sort of the design language of the garment. Like you can see that her bra actually has some lace details going across, like they're just like, you can see where her cleavage is, and it's sort of next to that you can see the lace details, just to clarify where I'm looking. And you know, of course there's like, whenever you look at the midriff detail, like between the bra and then like the like bottom corset underwear looking garments that they have on, I'm not sure how women describe clothing exactly, you can see that there's lace details on that bottom part as well. And then also just in terms of exposed midriff, and also like midriff silhouette that's being exposed, I would say that Hailey is showing more, and the silhouette there is more interesting, whereas Selena's midriff being shown is just sort of like flat and just like goes across. And so there's, you know, there's not a whole lot of like interesting geometry to the garment. And then you look at Selena's shoes and it kind of just looks like she's got socks on. Like, what kind of a statement are those shoes? Like, absolutely none. And so certainly in almost every department, I would say Hailey Baldwin takes this, but there is one exception, and that's, I'm noticing that Selena is actually holding a microphone. And so whether that's just a fashion accessory for the red carpet, or if she's actually like in the midst of a performance of one of her songs, it is kind of worth considering that this is maybe a performance outfit for her to actually sing in. And so maybe it doesn't have some of those dress elements. That way she's like freer to move about however she pleases, like, which we've seen some of the movement like pioneered by like Miley Cyrus, like doing certain dance moves on stage that were very controversial. But, and like, can you imagine if Miley Cyrus tried to do some of these controversial moves? Like, you know, she does like the twerking, she did like the spread eagle live on stage several of her shows, like things like that. Like if she did that in a dress, like she wouldn't even be able to move. And so here's what I'll say finally. Though I do admire Selena's fashion approach to this performance outfit, based on purely a fashion standard, I think you have to give this to Hailey. But and so that's where I'm going Hailey on this one. What do you think?
I agree. I was gonna say, you know, you brought up good points. It's good to consider the, you know, logistics of being able, because if you're running around a stage, of course you can't be wearing, you know, a big, you know, dress or whatever, you know, unless you're, you know, Lady Gaga in a meat dress. But like, you know, Lady Gaga is just like my queen, like I like slay. So like, you know, if just from a pure fashion statement alone, if we're just looking at that, I would have to go with Hailey, because, you know, again, it's the goth vibes and the Cure, like shout out to the top, you know, like, so like, yeah.
All right, great. So yeah, so Hailey has 2 for each of us, and Selena has 1 for each of us. And here we have the next outfit. Looks like I'm gonna have to move us back over so we can see some of that section there. You know, because you have to take a good, long, hard look here at these images. And so what I'm seeing is that potentially they have the exact same dress or jumper, not sure, bodysuit, whatever you might call this. This is really interesting. You know, in the previous photos, I think there were slight differences between the garments, but here I think we might be looking at the exact same thing.
It almost looks like a hospital gown or something you'd wear in a hospital. Like, were they injured? Like, were they like in needing immediate medical attention? Like, I don't know. Like, we may never know the details, but like, regardless of that, like aside, like, you know,
like that's regardless.
That is very like regardless, like literally in this post. Like when I look at this, I don't want to put a story into it. Again, I want to talk about pure fashion alone, but like where's your head at? Like, keep it in mind.
Like that, basically that's exactly it. I mean, when you kind of like see the 2 images, like I think it's clear which photo is better. And so I don't want that to necessarily bias my decision. But like I can't even tell from this photo you know, what lip shade Selena might be wearing in this. And you know, Hailey, she has her eyes closed, and so I don't know if her eyes, like when she maybe this is when she just woke up in the morning and her eyes are kind of bloodshot because she didn't sleep very much the night before due to some kind of Hollywood shenanigans. You know, who knows what she got up to?
Shindigs, yeah.
Yeah, shindigs, and so her eyes are actually closed in the photo, and so you know that there's some details here that I can't really see very well. But one thing that I do notice in Hailey's photo is that she tried slightly harder to show more of the garment itself. And so you can actually see the detail that it's cut off there at the leg. Whether she altered the garment to show some more leg or whether it was actually designed that way, we can't be sure from the photo itself, but at least her photo is showing more of the garment. And so I would say in terms of who wore it better, one aspect of that really is just like the presentation of what you're wearing. And I don't think Selena Gomez looks like she's presenting her garment nearly as well as Hailey Bieber. And so for me, you know, just because of the quality of the photo, I think you have to give it to Hailey, but maybe we'll have to go and look at their Instagram accounts that are listed here to maybe see how they both wore it. You know, perhaps like with what footwear or what like accessories. Like I can't tell necklaces. It looks like Hailey might have some earrings on, and so maybe that gives her bonus points over Selena as well, because it doesn't really look like Selena has any earwear. But what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, the quality, not to be biased by the quality of the photos, because one is clearly, you know, a pose, or like, I mean, the like the aperture, like the ISO, or like the aspect ratio of like these photos here. But you know, yeah, exactly. But you look at, I think it comes down to the pose. I'm trying hard to think of just like the pose itself, because like if they were both wearing the same thing, then like, you know, it's gonna the presentation of this particular thing. Like if me and you were wearing the same thing and you just be like looking all lit and I was like looking dumb or whatever, like obviously you'd win that because it's like you're like, you know, extra like the squad, like subscribe. So like, you know, you've got Selena's like, you know, there's nothing wrong with what she's doing, but she's almost look like someone was like taking a selfie or like, hey, like, you know, pose, and she's like, oh, like reading her like, you know, book or birthday card or like whatever she's looking at. But Hailey's like really giving her all in this, like, you know, early, and you see like either the quality of the photograph itself is better, but you see that like, you know, sunlight that she's picked this very specific spot, this position to like, you know, land in and plant and like, you know, format herself in the season for this, you know. And this could be, I could see this picture in like a, you know, magazine or something like, you know, Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition, for example, except right. I wish there were more men in that magazine, but that's besides the point. So I guess I'll go to Hailey on this one just because of the overall, you know, presentationalization that she's giving.
That is giving. So let's go to the next photo here, and let's see what we see here as it pops up there. And so, okay, it looks like they're both wearing
morph suits.
Yes, pink morph suits that they've pulled down actually.
Right.
Which is interesting. They kind of both, like in a positive way, they actually, I think they look great, but you know, they do kind of remind me of like Oompa Loompa vibes in a sense.
Or like pink guy, like right. Joji. Yeah.
Right. Joji, Filthy Frank of old, yeah. And so I think this outfit really works on both of them. I think you know, there's appears to be a piece that Hailey might be some sort of headwear, like whether that be sort of a hat or maybe like a headband with a bow on it or something like that. I would say that does contribute a detail to what's going on here. And obviously, Hailey, she has her hair pulled back, creating an interesting silhouette, showing the roundness of her forehead. Whereas Selena, she's doing sort of the middle part, curtain bangs look. And I think that she might even have a bump it in, if you remember those from the infomercials where they sold bumpets for $19.95 plus shipping and handling. It looks as though she might have one of those in her hair. And you can look at the different earrings. Like Selena, she went with hoops. Whereas Hailey, she went with, smaller earrings that kind of appear to go up the lobe and in descending size. And so there's really a lot of like different details here. And like at the beginning, the way it struck me at first is that they look exactly the same. But now that I'm noticing just like the richness of all these details, like this might be like really impossible to decide. But what are some of your thoughts right off the bat here?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of look at because both their hairs are very defined, they're just different. I wish we could see more of Hailey's headpiece there, like because I want to see like what's like the picture gets cut up. I want to see what's on the top. But like, is she wearing a hat? Is it like Mickey Mouse ears? Like, I don't even know, you guys. Or I guess it'd be Minnie Mouse because she's like a woman. I think I don't want to like assume any genders here, but like that seems to be a prospect to be had.
Well, I have a comment to make about that right there. Given that Justin Bieber might wish that she was actually taller.
He likes men, yeah.
And,
no, he's taller, yeah.
And so maybe those are Mickey Mouse ears because she knows that he would prefer a man.
Oh,
and so those would make those ears would make her taller, and it would make her appear more manly and masculine, which whenever you really kind of like take into account everything and like how it works together, I can see the masculine energy given off in Hailey's outfit, that whereas Selena looks much more, feminine. But I'll let you continue.
Right. I mean, that's basically it. I honestly don't know who I want to pick on this one because it's just, whether I think it comes down to whether you like a very masculine looking pose because like you're being tall and having that, open face like we would, or, Selena, right or wrong, she does look more feminine, has that, hair, down kind of, the bigger, earrings and what. I think because I'm extremely homosexual and I like men, I think I want to give it to Hailey on this one because of that, those masculine urges, but I can see either way. So what do you think?
Well, I would just say, given that I'm still in the closet, like coming from Justin Bieber's perspective, I really like the masculine energy that she's giving off here, Hailey. And so I'm also picking Hailey.
Okay, cool.
So I will say that the scores so far between the two women are a little skewed. Hailey, for both of us, has won 4 of these, and Selena has only won 1 of these outfit comparisons.
Comment down below who you guys think is gonna win the next one, you guys, because like it's gonna be like extra lit.
Oh, okay, so check out what we have here. The earrings are both circular, or oh no, they're going for that tattoo, aren't they? Okay, so they both have a tattoo behind their ear. I guess their hair is both up. Maybe that's a similar thing. And you can see that Hailey kind of put more effort into her hair being up because she actually has this accessory in her hair that's shown. Whereas Selena, she doesn't have any accessory being shown, which I could see the argument of that being a statement in itself. Like, I don't need anything to keep my hair up, but like Hailey Bieber is like adding a detail by using that item. And so I don't know, there's to me, this one's a little bit like not as interesting as the others maybe. But what do you think?
Right. So what is the circle indicating? The earring, or that they both have a neck? Is that what it is?
I can't really imagine that it would be either of those things. And so I'm seeing that it might be the tattoo behind the ear.
Right. And that's actually really interesting because the tattoo, I know it's trying to highlight or like make us like focus on that aspect of it, not clickbait, but like I can't really see like what the tattoo is saying, or like what's, because it's just like really small in the photo. So they both, but over the whole, aesthetic, like the aesthetically pleasing, I like both of them. Hailey looks like she's going to the gym, and Selena looks like Padme Amidala from Star Wars, which is two very different things, very different characteristics, with a similar, kind of, but they both have the same pose, like both have their hair up, kind of like you said. If Hailey's going to work out, it makes sense. She want like the big, dangly earrings or whatever, because like if you're like lifting weights, like like getting swole, like getting lit and all this, like you wouldn't want that getting
for Justin,
weight, like yeah, exactly, because she's trying to be a man. But like, so it makes sense why they're different, particular activities would influence the way that they're dressing. is kind of the way I'm looking at this. So just, you're like, because if if you're a hunk and you go to the gym, you'd obviously want to go with like Hailey. But if you're just like, a nerd or whatever, then you may be more inclined to be improvisationalized at what Selena might be wearing.
See, exactly. And I would say that from Justin's perspective, he would probably prefer Hailey's outfit because he seems like a chill guy, and Hailey here has a chill vibe. And maybe, and this might be a little controversial, but I don't mean it in like a mean or like misgendered way. Hailey kind of looks like a chill guy here. And so maybe that gets points in Justin Bieber's world. So I am going to actually give this point to Hailey. So what do you think?
I like both. I like the masculine qualities of Hailey. I think I'm gonna go with Selena on this one because because of my love for Star Wars, like, episode 1, The Phantom Menace, is my favorite Star Wars movie of all 6 Star Wars movies. So I think I want to go with it because of that, vibe of like my, childhood and what I, would like to grow up. And the acting in that movie is just so amazingly good anyway. In the first 1 and 2 it was very good. So that's why I would kind of choose Selena on this one.
And I would say with their hair pulled back, it almost gives off like a Jar Jar Binks vibe. But
yeah, I can see that.
Let's go ahead and go to the next one here. So let's see what we have in store for our next outfit. I see.
Is she on Ellen?
Yeah, she probably is on Ellen, and it looks like she is on a night show of some kind. And what I'm seeing is 2 low-cut black gowns, evening gowns, red lipstick. Now, Hailey has her hair down and has earrings, and Selena did neither of those things. She went with a ponytail as her choice, and she does not have the earrings in. And for Selena, it looked like there may be some sort of outfit misfunction in this photo because of where her hands are placed. And so maybe that takes away, like maybe she has to make an adjustment, like she's kind of like holding them up. And not like I'm looking or anything. I was just like, because Justin Bieber, remember I was speaking from his perspective, and he wouldn't care about that being inclined as he is. But just maybe there's a bit of a wardrobe malfunction, and so I think maybe Selena's dress loses some points in that sense. Whereas you look at Hailey, she looks, I was gonna say that she looks comfortable in her outfit, but then when you look at her facial expression, she doesn't really look so comfortable. Maybe she looks a bit timid or shy to be revealing so much skin, which, girl, rock it. Okay, like you really don't have anything to be that shy about. Like your complexion's literally amazing. Like don't let anyone tell you differently. And like the same for Selena. Selena Gomez's complexion is amazing. Like I bet these 2 girls' skincare routines is literally so on point, like in ballet, on a point with the E at the end. And so #word. So you can take that one to the bank. And so I really don't know who I'm going with on this one, but I think they both look great. I think that Hailey has less malfunctions. She has those earrings, and all things considered, I think might be pulling this one off a bit better than Selena is, what with the malfunction, and she didn't even wear earrings. Like her holes are going to close up. But what do you think?
Yeah, I like both, again, very similar. You make a lot of good points. I like this. There are a few things that stand out to me a little harder on Hailey's that I think just because she has like the sparkles on her dress, and like Selena's dress seems to be like just straight black. And then Hailey also has like that, what seems to be like a little building, and like the nighttime, like night sky or whatever, like shout out to like Vincent van Gogh and like Starry Night. That's the kind of feeling this kind of gives off as I try to observe. This is very splendid. And then you also have, I don't think it is, but it almost looks like snow on the roof of that little building there. and nothing against what Selena at all, but you know, she just kind of has like a plant behind her because like you know Ellen have like I guess plants or whatever on their show, which is like you know green and environmentally friendly. Like the kind of you know the overall the pleasing nature of this makes me want to go with Hailey more simply because of what is this the two things, the sparkles in her dress and then the kind of you know Christmas Santa like thing behind her that I really it resonates with me, I would say.
Yeah, I would say that I think you're right. Like Haley's sort of like whole like the framing of this image really does emanate that sort of Christmas spirit, I would say, and the sparkles and everything.
Like
And
Happy
then she
Hanukkah.
even see now there you go. And you can see that she actually has a red painted nail. Haley does.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
When you look at Selena's nails, they're not red, and so I think
like glowing.
Yeah, glowing red. And so Haley is actually looking more put together, I would say, as well. And then one other point that you made me think about was just that Haley is wearing an evening gown during the evening, whereas Selena is wearing an evening gown during a daytime talk show. That I think that she needs to learn to read the room a little bit. I get that she's a young up and coming superstar, but and maybe not so experienced in the field, and I'm not sure necessarily how young she is in this image, but really I don't think it comes together well for Selena in this one. And so major points, I agree with you on this one, major points to Hailey. And I guess I'll give a score update. So I have given 6 points to Hailey so far and 1 to Selena, whereas Joe has given 5 points to Hailey and 2 points to Selena. So we only have dissenting opinions in one regard. And so let's go ahead and continue with this video. Next outfit, I guess. Look at this. So the image quality here is a big step down, which is points against both of them, but I would say evenly. But we actually have dates on this image. And so we have here in May of 2019, Selgo wearing these sort of diamond circular non-enclosed hoop earrings. And then over here on the right side, in January of 2020, the COVID year, by the way, we have her wearing the same earrings. And earlier in the video, we learned that Justin Bieber and Selena actually split in May of 2018. And Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber were engaged in July of 2018. And so these images both took place after that occurred. In fact, Selena Gomez wore these earrings exactly 1 year after her and Justin Bieber split, which is that a coincidence? I don't think so at all. And so it makes me wonder that in January of 2020, which probably her and Justin Bieber are married by that point, it makes me wonder if she's actually throwing shade at Selena in this image because Selena wore those earrings to indicate that she and Justin Bieber broke up a year ago, and then how insensitive of Hailey to wear that same earring in 2020 after they're married. So it's kind of like a dog peeing on something to mark its territory. And so to me, who wore it better? I can't really see Hailey's outfit in this photo, but I would have to go with Selena just based on this is not giving me good energy for what Hailey's trying to portray here. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like I kind of vibe with your energy. I mean, I think you're interesting talking about the dates, May 2019 being like the year after, but like January 2020 being the pandemic year and like everything that was happening. So it's like they're both significant in these particular photos. What's really not doing it for me in Hailey's picture is the fact that it's just so close to her face. She's just like, so you guys, which I mean, if this was a YouTube thumbnail, like absolutely, because you want to like be in like people's face, but like from a fashion and image statement, it's more of just like how you are. And you, like you said, you can actually see what Selena's wearing. So I think Selena wins this one for me. And because, just like you can actually see what she's wearing.
I would say so. My computer looks like it's about to die, and so I just plugged into the charger. So I'm just making sure it worked. I think it worked. Yeah, it worked. Okay, but one more point that I will make, in addition, that goes in favor of Selena in this category is if Selena set the trend in May of 2019, that means that when Hailey wore it in January of 2020, that was so 6 months ago.
Literally,
Actually, 7 months ago. And so obviously I think we're both going with Selena on this one. And so Hailey, you should be setting the trends, not following them. Not a good look for
Preach
you.
it.
Let's go
Sister
ahead.
Slay. Let's go.
Exactly.
James Charles.
Sisters. Here we go. And so in this case we have Hailey Bieber on the left. Looks like she may have slept in her car that night and in her nightgown. And then you have Selena Gomez here wearing a very similar looking nightgown with some more lacy details. And she actually has jewelry on, which is something that Hailey neglected to do. All she has is 2 hairbands on her right arm, and the hairbands literally don't match anything she's wearing. So I don't think there's much to say there. So far, I'm just thinking that Selena definitely pulled this off better. It looks like her hair is a bit more styled. Maybe it has some product in it. So Joe, what's coming across to you in these images?
So I noticed she's so Selena is also holding a microphone, which means she is performing again, which is, you know, an interesting aspect to be had. And then when you look, and yeah, so you got Hailey just kind of getting out of her, and she's holding a phone or a book or something, and Selena's kind of just like, I almost like, I mean, it seems like Hailey's just kind of getting, because of the pose itself, you know, Hailey's just kind of getting out of her car, where Selena's like on stage ready to perform. I think Selena would win this one just because, I don't know, she knows she's, you know, because Hailey probably doesn't even know she's being photographed. She's just doing like whatever. So it's kind of just bad luck for her. Like, oh, you're just, you know, it's like that one time Britney Spears was at a gas station. There was like, you know, 15 people photographing her repeatedly while she's just like getting gas just for the sake of her being a celebrity, which is like, you know, rip. But like, anyway, I mean, that's just kind of unfortunate, but that's how it is going to do. Like when you have big YouTube money, like people are going to stand you and stalk you and like, you know, follow you on MySpace and like, you know, all this extra stuff. But like that in itself doesn't make for a good, you know, photograph, because you're just like trying to like be a human, basically. You're just, you know, doing whatever. So I would think Selena would win this one just because she's like actually knows what's going on.
And you know, I would say that like Selena does not look like she just woke up. Hailey does look like she just woke up, and like how bad would it really suck to be photographed after you just woke up? Like clear, you know, the song Woke Up Like This clearly does not apply to Hailey, unfortunately. And you know, maybe it does some days, but not in this image. And so I think we're both going to give the points to Selena in this one, but let's move on and let's go ahead and see the next outfit. Oh, we have some dates here. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like Selena may have actually copied this look. No. New theory. I think Selena saw this unfortunate photo of Hailey, and to throw shade at Hailey, wore the same exact outfit on stage to throw shade at her.
That makes sense.
Remember earlier in the video, they split, her and Selena, Justin Bieber and Selena split in May of 2018.
This was before that, yeah.
This is before that. And remember earlier in the video, I was talking about like, you know, Selena and Justin were on and off. And during that time, Justin Bieber was seeing other people. It makes me wonder if he was seeing Hailey Baldwin all the way back in October, around the time of Halloween in 2017. And so maybe during the time him and Selena were on and off, he's been seeing Hailey all through the duration of that time period. And so that's really a revelational bit of celeb gossip here. And so be sure to subscribe for more analysis of moments like this is going to be like this whole video. It's like obviously super in depth. Like you're here because you are one of the real ones. You really care about the celeb drama. You've subscribed. You've turned on the notification bell. And if you haven't, I'm sure you will, you know, please do that just so you can keep up with, you know, everything, all the celeb gossip that's going on. How like we are the channel and we have the like rights to the most updated information, and like we have so many like channels feeding us info, and like you know, this sort of thing. Like, look at these dates. Like, where else are you gonna see this? Like, all the way back in 2017, like we have the most up-to-date information. Like, here we go. Let's look at the next outfit, if there is one here. I'm not sure how many more there are. Okay, so
3 pixels.
This is they have bad image quality, but hey, it's the COVID year, so we can excuse them.
That's true. Yeah.
It does appear to be the case that what looks like it might be Selena on August 10th is wearing like a tank top with some jeans, and on the right side you've got Hailey. It appears to be Hailey with a tank top and some jeans, and it looks like Hailey's kind of playing with her hair in the wind, and she's got her mask on, so she's masking it up, you know, doesn't want to make other people have COVID, and probably is, you know, clearly she's like out in public, she clearly doesn't want the virus, so she's got her mask on, that way no fans that come up to her would give her this deadly disease, COVID-19. You know, hopefully this video does not get flagged, because we have been talking about the disease, but again, we're not into censorship, so we're just going to talk about it. You know, coronavirus, China, the whole bit. And
China virus, yep.
And so my thoughts on this in particular are, I guess Selena probably pulls it off just a little bit better, you know, because she just looks more chill. She's like laughing, and like you can't really even see Hailey's face, which unfortunately is distorted there by the mask that she's wearing, and also by the quality of the photo. 2 different methods of distortion, whereas Selena only has 1 method of distortion. So I'm just going to go ahead and go with Selena on this one. And one more point that I will make is it looks like Selena's top has been washed, and it looks like Hailey's top is dingy color. And that's not a good look. Once again, did Hailey just roll out of bed again? I'm not sure. But what are your thoughts on this? Obviously, I give it to Selena.
Yeah. I mean they're both giving like mom vibes, like mom jeans, because the jeans they're wearing and like the kind of shirt. And I hate kids, so I don't really like moms, but I'm gonna assume the fact that they don't actually have any children, as far as I know, they're just kind of dressing the part. You know, they're just dressing up. It's like whatever, it's fine. I also think I want to give it to Selena just because you can see her face. I know it's the year of like, you know, everything going on, like the riots and like, you know, all this stuff, but like
that was the year everything that was happening was going on.
Everything had happened in that year, to be specific. But like, I mean, you can actually see,
unfortunately,
you can see her face here, and I mean, it's kind of hard to see with the image quality, but you can like see her face. She's kind of smiling, whatever. So there's like, yeah, just having fun. I'm gonna assume, hopefully, that there was, I don't know the context, if there's actually people around Selena. If there are, and she's not wearing a mask during that particular time, August 2020, that's not very woke. But again, I have no idea if she was actually around her. So I'm just like, just from image alone, I just want to give it to her.
Right. Yeah. And I was wondering about one more point. You mentioned mom vibes and you mentioned the jeans, but I was also wondering if that was partially informed by the fact that they're not wearing bras.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's take a look at the next outfit here. And so here, we have 2 black embellished gowns, as indicated by the title there on the bottom of the screen. Here on the left side, it looks like there might be a piece that kind of goes on Selena's neck, which I'm noticing that Hailey's is lacking. Then I'm also noticing that the straps on the garment that Selena's wearing are very, very thin, like angel hair spaghetti strap. And then you've got Hailey there with a little bit wider straps, but then also some kind of different details on hers. May not even be a dress. Maybe it's kind of a sheer bodysuit of some kind. Again, I don't know how to name women's clothing, and you know, Selena's hair is really blending in with the sky in the image, and you know, I am glad from compared to the last photos we were looking at that the image quality has improved a bit here. You know, and so that's good. We can see a little better what we're looking at. But what are some of your thoughts here?
Yeah, you know, you've got Selena definitely kind of blends more in with the, well, she got the dark background. She kind of blends in more, but she has like the really sharp, like almost like wings looking like on her shoulders, which is kind of cool and edgy. And then Hailey over here has got, it almost like looks like a black tutu, like she's like a like ballerina or something. I think I also want to give this to Selena just because of the again, the gothic, gothic rock, dark vibes. Shout out to like 21 Pilots, my favorite gothic band, stuff like that. We're being like really moody and edgy. But I think I want to give Selena that just because of that kind of mood or presence that she acquires in this is kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, just like you can just and the thing is, it's like this is clearly like a red carpet look for Hailey, but like Selena, this is just her casually getting out of her car,
right? Because she dresses like this on a day-to-day basis. Yeah,
exactly. She still just looks drop dead gorgeous. Like at the drop of a dime, like she just looks absolutely incredible. Just like the most fashionable.
Yeah.
Low key and high key. She is a mid key included, like, but there's nothing
mid key then. Yeah,
there's absolutely nothing mid about her outfit in this, and so I'm
amen
Selena as well.
That deserves a prayer emoji.
Amen. All right, let's see if there's any more outfits. It looks like there is one more, and so it has a bit of a caption here. She copying my outfits.
It's got the red arrow. So it's clearly a YouTube thumbnail. This is something that like, contemporaries like us, SSF would post. Now they're specifically pointing to her, and you can tell they did it right because the arrow is pointing to nothing in particular.
Yeah.
So like before you focus all your attention on that, just remember it means everything and nothing at the same time because that's how YouTube works.
Right. And so that arrow, it's really calling attention to essentially what, like, because like if the arrow wasn't there, I would have been looking at like the dresses, and then the arrow, it's there, and I'm still looking at the dresses.
Attention to nothing. So, exactly.
But I guess it did make me kind of double take, even because like I noticed the dresses and then I noticed the arrow, so it's like, wait, what's the arrow pointing at? And it made me actually do a double take and look at the same dresses again. And so it is exactly like you said. It's pointing out with a distinguishment about a particular aspect of the photograph, but also it's doing absolutely nothing at the same time. And so what I'm looking at is just two dresses that obviously look exactly the same. Selena looks to have quite a bit more accessories going on in the hair, and maybe a big old ring on there. And I really do think that in this photo, Selena Gomez could be trying a little harder to make a more appealing facial expression. But then whenever you look at this other photograph of this woman, and I want to say it's not Hailey, but given the context of this video, I don't know why our team would include this necessarily. But I don't know. Do you think it's Hailey?
I mean, because if it's our, I would say it is, just because our editors have been doing a great job so far, giving us like the highest, most streamlined, amazing news source of content. I would say another aspect I like about this is that like if I was watching this, or if I was scrolling on YouTube and I saw this as a thumbnail, I would click this video. Like I would be clickbaited by this. I don't know the exact title of this video. I can only see the thumbnail, but from the thumbnail alone, you've got just so much nothingness going on. And then she copying my outfits, like,
bruh,
who, I don't know which one of them, or maybe someone else said that entirely, which means like it's so completely nonsense and meaningless, but it makes me want to click it even more because there's so much mystery to it. So shout out to well, I don't think our editors actually made this. If they did, then like golf clap. But regardless that they found this particular picture here that I really happen to like. So I would think that this is Hailey. And everything you said, of course, the more accessories, the flowers and everything that Selena is wearing. She looks kind of bored, but I honestly kind of like present Selena has more over Hailey. Hailey, I don't know why she's on a golf course, but again, just more reason to click this video, I guess.
Yeah, you wonder if she's actually like a real golfer, because normally real golfers don't wear this sort of outfit out on the course.
Yeah,
and so
like when I'm playing Wii Sports Golf, like my me doesn't wear an outfit like that. They just wear the regular me clothes because they're just athletic and stuff.
yeah, I definitely concur. One thing that I do have to say is that even though Selena, I do think I am going to give the points to Selena, but I will say that Hailey wearing an outfit like this on a golf course is maybe a bit more cutting edge. Just because you never really see that. Like every time I go out on a golf course, it's like a bunch of guys wearing polo shirts and
yeah, that's true.
plaid pants, and they're carrying around their clubs, but I don't see any of that in this photo at all.
It's a political statement, essentially is what it's doing.
Maybe it's like sort of like a women can golf too type of statement, which I think that's actually really empowering to women, because I don't think many women know that they can golf.
True.
But even with all that aside, I am going to give it to Selena. And you said you're giving it to Selena?
I want to give it to Selena, but her making that statement is very punk of her.
Low key. And so let's go ahead and continue with this video. Let's see if there's another outfit here to react to.
Rumors and the copycat instances.
Okay, so we're done with the outfits. So let's actually total up the score. Let's see. So I voted for Hailey.
I think we only disagreed once, right?
Once, yes. So I voted for Hailey.
We're gay lovers, so we think alike.
4, 5, 6. I voted for Hailey 6 times, and I voted for Selena 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
Oh,
so
wow.
A perfect tie. And so, I went into this unbiased, and now going forward, I'm still a bit unbiased. And let's see how you scored. You voted for Hailey 5 times, and you voted for Selena actually 7 times.
Wow, 1 vote. Dang.
Yeah. Did you expect that? Like your overall impression of the outfits, did you think Selena did a better job?
I wasn't even. I thought they both did a great job. I wasn't really thinking like as a whole how it was going to end or how it was going to look, or like because it looked different. But you can tell just, again, my kind of indifference or it just shows how close they are. And with the point totals them being 1 away, they're just both such beautiful, magnificent women.
Absolutely are. Yes, and I think that really is a testament to that fact, just that both women are so even in score here. So SSF family, Susquad family. You guys have heard that we've done merch and that we do this for you guys. Well, we've never done something quite like this, but we are going to do our first official SSF giveaway. We are giving away this Xbox One device for video games to one of you lucky commenters who all you have to do is you just have to comment down below in the comment section on this video for a chance to win, and you'll be entered in our random official drawing. And
everyone comment down below. Just do it right now. Don't even think, just comment.
And so you have the potential to win this Xbox One device. And this is a real giveaway. This is the device here. And we're going to give this device to you if you are a randomly selected commenter, which will be announced in a future video. And so that's very exciting. Again,
we do this for you guys.
We do this for you guys. We have this big YouTube money, and here we are, we're giving back to you. And so, we just figured it was only right, since you guys have supported us and our Patreon and C12B and everything else, that all of our endeavors, like we just figured we really need to give something back. Okay, so let's go ahead and play some more of the video.
Let's just say Selena gets down in the dirt sometimes too. On May 10th, 2022, Gomez shared a TikTok of her skincare routine that some fans assumed was her way of making fun of a video that Hailey posted earlier that day. And when fans caught this faux pas, Selena immediately responded saying, "Guys, no idea what I did, but I really am."
Did you see that part right there? Where she put that lotion or whatever on her chest? Did you see what finger she used?
Wait, show it again.
I have to do a double take on this. Oops. I said double take and did a double click. But I'm pretty sure I saw what I just saw.
Guys, no idea what I did, but I really am sorry.
She used her middle finger.
Do you know exactly what the hidden message is? That is clear sign she's throwing something.
And yet she said in the tweet, guys, no idea what I did, but I really am sorry. Like, she is lying.
That
in
is a lot. Lying is a sin. I know in my Mormon church.
Selena Gomez is literally throwing shade and slander at, or is it libel? That's a federal offense, and she's throwing
That's
it
a
in the
felony.
direction literally of
Like-
Hailey Bieber.
Yeah, and
This-
like I can't even do it, but like I'll use my, so this is my pointer finger, but imagine this is my middle finger. She did this right as the person was reading about like guys, not like, why would she do that right as the Watch Mojo lady is reading about her good intentions? Like that's really
Wow.
sus.
Man, I love Watch Mojo. Let's continue
they're
with
the
the next
best.
Zero
clip.
bad intention, deleting soon. The fans are always watching.
Oh.
So,
Oh, gag me with a
This is my
spoon.
real home. Everything that we're doing is
TikTok.
at home. This is my amazing kitchen, which is the set.
Yes. Yes, we actually are in my real kitchen, in my real house. This is not a set. This is where I really live.
This is my papa.
Hi, JJ.
This is my Nana room. This
Bruh.
Wait, there's so much information here.
I still can't read, but I'm assuming something really like important is going on.
Bruh, like we were talking about like the cooking shows, a
Like
little
cooking, and then
earlier,
it's just her makeup or whatever.
but you know, earlier we were talking about the cooking shows, and like here we actually have that detailed. Like Hailey Bieber literally is just directly ripping off Selena's idea. Like,
Rick.
when have you ever heard of a celebrity doing a cooking show before? And like Selena's literally like on the cutting edge of that, and then Hailey turns right around and copies her directly. She literally is like, this isn't a set, it's my house, it's my kitchen, it's the real thing. And then Selena introduced a family member during the show, which like, you know, that's really cool. But then like Hailey turns and one ups her by introducing two family members. Like,
and they're all women too.
Literally the shade of this by Hailey. But let's go ahead and look at the information that was being presented here. That was very loud. Look, the camera icon.
Oh yeah, found
Hailey
footage, like Blair Witch Project again, witchcraft.
Bro, exactly. Like, this is really incriminating of this.
This is messed up.
Yes. Okay, let's see here. February 4th, 2020, before the pandemic, right? The COVID did not exist on February 4th, 2020.
True.
Keep that in mind before it. Selena Gomez launched her makeup brand R Beauty on Instagram. Hailey, I don't know what that means, started working on her in-care line. I don't know what girls' products really are. Rumored to
sounds important. It sounds really fancy.
Yes. Rumored to soon expand into a key-up line.
Key-up line,
which
yeah.
I've heard of. I've heard of like a, what is it called? Like a prenup, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, but like that, but it's like that, but with makeup is what it is, as I'm assuming.
And it looks like they're contractually obligated to this for 2 years. Is that
Right,
what we're
right.
seeing here? And so then we'll go to the next bit of information. And here you can see on February 4th, so February 22nd, by American singer, actress Selena Gomez. And on February 4th, 2020, she formally announced her con on social media.
Man.
So wait, Selena Gomez literally conned someone? And I guess that would be Hailey, right?
I would. Oh, it's the same day, so I would think.
And so Selena
she's
launching
pulling a heist.
Selena launching her makeup
Again,
line,
felonies.
She conned Hailey, literally. And so
that's what it, I mean, Google never lies, so that's what it says.
I mean, it's literally no wonder that Hailey threw shade at Selena by starting a cooking show and one-upping her because of this con. Like,
right.
Literally, Selena threw the shade first on February 4th, 2020, and then they started the cooking shows. And like, it's no wonder that Hailey did this to one-up Selena because of what Selena did to her by conning her on this date. before COVID even existed, if you think about like how far back that is. And so on our next one here, 2 years. And see, this is what we were reading earlier. That was how long the contractual agreement must have been for. They've been working on it now since the very beginning of the pandemic. So we're almost 2 years into it. I feel like for the first time ever, I know this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to doing. And so I guess that, given the time for them to process what all happened, like, I guess, and even during the pandemic, I guess that was a very difficult time period.
Shocking. Yeah.
And so this is just unbelievable. Let's go to the next bit. Let's see here. We have donates 1% of all sales to the Rare Impact Fund.
The Rare Impact Fund, yeah.
And so who's actually donating it? It says the Rare Impact Fund is part of Rare Beauty's commitment to give people access to the research. So wait, Rare Beauty, the company started by Selena Gomez, is giving money to Rare Impact Fund? Isn't that just the same thing? So is literally Selena just like giving money to herself? Is that what the con is?
I think so. I think you figured it out. That's it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And all this, like, before,
and
like,
they 2 years.
This was before COVID even existed. And then, like, during the years of COVID, she was doing this like behind closed doors because of the lockdown.
Dang.
This literally
crazy.
Selena, there is a lot of incriminating evidence against you. I
think we're building a case file here. This is, I mean, shout out to our editors, but wow, this is crazy. I feel like we shouldn't even be looking like what?
I'm gonna hit like on this video. Oh wait, I'm not on TikTok.
Oh, everyone get on TikTok and like this video and follow us on TikTok.
Yes. Committed a minimum of 1% of sales to support their efforts in women.
Wait, that's the same number as the other one was 1% of sales for the Rare Impact Fund.
And so I guess this is just like Selena Gomez basically doubling down even after she was caught in the con.
Right.
Which that's literally just unbelievable. Like, okay, let's keep going here.
Crazy criminal attitude.
And then here we have Cell.
Who's that?
I think that would be Selgo, Selena.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And it looks like there's a text message on Instagram that says, "Thank you for helping us make Rare Impact by supporting the Rare Impact Fund." And so she's thanking the audience for money that went to Rare Impact, but earlier we realized the con was that Selena was just giving money to herself.
Right.
So it seems like the money that Selena was giving to herself is from her fans.
So she's stealing money from her own fans?
She's literally worse than Sam Bankman-Fried. This is literally insane. And then just wow. And then in this little clip here, it looks like after the George Floyd situation, Selena gave over her Instagram to Black people. And it looks like Hailey also gave her Instagram to Black people. Wow.
Back in 2018.
And so that's actually really interesting because there's Black people in control of their Instagram accounts, which is quite like a statement and is very trusting of these two women. And so here we go with this next part here.
Well, hold on. I would ask, during the George Floyd, protests and the different things, obviously didn't show here, but did one or both of them post black squares? Because like we all know that's the best way to end racism. Like, well, boys, we did it. Racism is no more. But like, I'm wondering if they actually did that, because if they did, that tells you that they're being real, like they're genuine about how they actually, and they're not just trying to like one up each other in the name of trying to sound cool or trying to be popular. They actually care about the racial inequalities and different issues and things going on. But like, I don't know, like just keep it in mind.
Yeah, that's true, because the Black Square movement was a really like powerful symbol of solidarity among everyone who was in support against racism. And like whenever you'd go to the hashtag of Black Lives Matter or BLM, like that's all you would see is just black
Just
squares.
a wall of black, which is exactly what we need instead of like information about things that actually need to get out, just walls of black squares.
And and I just thought that everyone just like really being on the same page about that was like just really helpful for the cause. And so here we go with this part. It says Hailey Bieber stalking Selena Gomez Part 1. And this is back in 2018, which is the year that they split and the year that Justin and Hailey got engaged. So here we go.
Selena was going through things. She went into rehab, and Hailey decided to go and do a drive-by Selena's home with her pastor's wife. It's really bizarre that this is even an article. They write, the pair took a trip past Selena Gomez's home while the troubled star has reportedly checked into a psychiatric facility. Justin reportedly stayed with his pastor, most likely praying for Selena's speedy recovery. Why is Hailey Baldwin driving by Selena's home when it's completely empty and trying to check and make sure that she's actually like at rehab? Who really knows? But it's
James Charles.
Whoa, I love him. Sisters, slay.
Yes, his makeup is literally perfect.
Twitter account Pop Faction put together a thread from 2021 about a moment in 2020 when Selena Gomez released her album and Hailey tried to ruin her moment. We have information about this situation because the Instagram account Dumoy posted a bunch of receipts where supposedly Hailey Bieber's stylist was trying to coordinate an effort to ruin Selena's dinner by having Hailey show up and dress really nicely and to pretty much stunt on Selena's moment. Here's one of the emails. This well-known stylist will often run her mouth off about one of her famous clients all the time. The stylist feels like she should get more credit for her client's off-duty street style.
She looks good in that.
Things like, I invented her. Another person replied to that tip,
shade.
and that person made it clear we were talking about Hailey Bieber. They wrote, style icon is a stretch, seeing as it was more of an affiliation that made her client a bit more popular. And this stylist even believes that she's the reason the client, Hailey Bieber, was able to land her husband, Justin Bieber.
No way, no.
Which I kind of agree, but Hailey probably believes.
He just said that didn't they sign some kind of like NDA for this kind of thing? And we found out earlier that they literally signed that prenup.
Right, the Kia, yeah.
And so there was that sort of like contractual agreement for those 2 years because it actually happened like before coronavirus and then like during the pandemic itself. And like this is actually getting really insane.
It's like years,
I feel like James is really giving us like a ton of information to work with right now, and it's like a lot. Like I'm gonna be honest, like it's a lot right now.
Oh my gosh,
like this,
like I felt that.
But like I can't even believe that Hailey would like go to the same restaurant that Selena Gomez went to and would like ruin her moment. Like this is literally uncalled
for. Bad girl vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like. It's giving major stalker energy.
The stylist is her friend. Now, this is when everything gets messy because this stylist decided to create some chaos by having Hailey show up at Selena's moment. There's
no way.
Wow. In West Hollywood.
That was wild.
Selena Gomez went there with a couple of her friends to celebrate her album. So Hailey's intentions were to dress up, look really nice, and then be there at the same time as Selena so that she way or that she would get some attention for being at the same location as Selena, who's her husband's long-term ex.
I had no idea.
You guys.
Bruh. I can't believe that wasn't clickbait there. But like
wow. Just we've learned so much, and I feel like we've still barely even scraped the surface of this like political tension.
What I will say is that in terms of if I have to pick a side based on the evidence presented here, I think we have to be Team Hailey, because what did Hailey even do against Selena? She like started a cooking show after Selena did, and did a better job, by the way. than Selena, because there was those 2 family members instead of the 1. And then the other things that Hailey did was she showed up wearing a dress to a literal restaurant that Selena was at. And so, is it not a public restaurant? Is she not allowed to do that? Like,
No.
I get the tension that this creates between the 2 young celebs, but like, literally, that's not even close to the things that Selena did. And like, so I think I'm on Team Hailey for this. What are you kind of?
I mean,
where do you line up?
if we remember right, there's so much going on over, decades and, centuries and even millenniums of just like, what that looks like. But I mean, if we remember right, Selena was conning people with the like Impact Legacy or whatever, the makeup company. And remember, like, stealing money is a crime, and like you could like get in trouble for that. And
Right.
so like, I mean, I think
cops
that's
could be called.
like cops. Yeah, there's a potential. There's like a chance of like cops called, like, we will camp here. So like, I mean, you keep that in mind. It's like, I can't say to what extent they were, all them and Bieber and, the other people we've discussed, like James Charles, if they're doing things that are illegal, but like, that seems like that's like red flag. Like, you go on TikTok and or like you go on Reddit and it's like, ask for like, what's the mean, like red flag, like the red flag emojis, like, again, that's exactly, what that, it was like, like emergency meeting, like Among Us, like Selena Gomez is at risk of being the imposter, is basically the way that
she low key vented.
Yeah, she like extremely vented, I would say.
Yeah.
So next, I think we need to watch Intense Debate with a Mormon, because I work in a Mormon church and I have lots to say about that.
So you guys, we're actually about to interview one of the most famous drama creators, Dramalert Nation, stand up. It is Keemstar. And then so Keemstar, could you go ahead and for those in our audience who don't necessarily know who you are, could you kind of give like an introduction of like who you are and what it is you do?
I've been a part of gaming entertainment for 6 years. Before I was known as the news guy in this community, I used to make trolling videos. I'm not going to go into that too much, but basically when I made trolling videos, people said that my videos were fake and that they were staged. So I fired up a live stream and proved to everyone that they were real. I did them in real time in front of a live audience.
So Keemstar, tell me, what do you think of our SSF YouTube channel?
It's just, I love it. I'm addicted to it, and a lot of you as viewers are.